I don't know if I can get my legs that far apart. Oh, damn it. Oh, I broke a hip.
It's Senior Citizens Twister.
Look, I did it. I win.
That's no fair. You have a plastic knee joint.
Eat my panties, you pathetic loser.
Senior Citizens Twister. Look for it wherever fun senior citizen party games are sold. Hey, is my leg supposed to bend like this?
Oh, my God, the bone is sticking out. Oh, no, he himself.
Because he busted his leg, he always himself.
Senior Citizen Twister. Get yours today.
What'd you say?
I said get yours today.
What? Get Doris Day?
Yeah, that's right, Doris Day. That's exactly what I meant. Doris Day. You got it, Pat.
Hey. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. My godness. He crapped himself, Tom.
Well,
and you say, oh, well, he always craps himself.
And we're off.
It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Christy's being modest. That, of course, is her Tommy Award-winning performance, the first event.
Oh, Tommy, I don't know what you're talking about.
We don't know exactly why when Christy becomes an old lady, she gets the southern accent. Maybe she moves to the Carolinas, I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Like a lot of things. Yeah, we don't know why, but we're glad it happens, right? There you go. Hello, Christy.
Hello.
Do you ever do accents for your boyfriend?
No, I don't. No.
Try.
Okay.
You'll thank me Monday.
Accents,
All right.
wigs, bring a friend in, stuff like that.
Stilts, fun stuff.
You know why he said stilts?
God, I love stilts.
Hi, Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick McGee.
Hey, there's Josh Arnold.
Hey, Chick.
How you doing, buddy?
Josh is wearing his summer clothes. Summer's
I know.
officially here.
I broke out the shorts today as well.
Yes. Love it.
I've got the beach look. I've got the light linen sweater, unless it's cool in the morning at the beach. I have that on.
Yeah.
And then
nice
I have my
breeze.
shorts. And,
Nice T-shirt underneath in case it gets hot.
Unless it gets hot, I take the, so we go in, have margs.
Sure.
And
Sure.
there's Ace Cosby, and there's Willie Griswold.
I wore a skort.
What?
A skort?
Hey, wait, by the way, and I have a complaint about skort.
What?
What happened to culottes?
Because they're not the same.
Oh, the skirts are made him mad for years.
I know.
I love culottes.
Culottes are not the same as a skort.
What did define skort?
Skort looks like a skirt,
Right.
but it has shorts built in underneath, like bike shorts.
Okay, and
then
what are culottes?
Culottes are like wide-based shorts that, when you put your legs together, look like a skirt.
So the rumors are true. I had heard you were a squirter.
Skort.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's what are the name of those words? Portmanteau. What is it?
Yeah, portmanteau.
I think I'm making a portmanteau.
Monteau.
I think
Portmanteau. Sorry.
Josh brings up a good point, though. The sexual squirters. I think they.
What?
I think they'd scare. I think they'd scare Tom. Don't you think they'd scare him?
God, yes.
They would
We were talking about.
You'd run from the room.
madam, you're bursting.
Madam,
Madam,
what's going on?
I believe the baby is arriving. Your water is breaking, apparently.
There's a restroom for that.
Now I know why they called your stripper name Niagara.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Lord.
No, see, skort is like the word spork.
Yes.
Now, what is it again? What is the port? What is it again?
Portmanteau.
Portmanteau.
Yes.
We to like
It's French.
Motel. Probably
Yeah.
the best
Right.
example.
Motor
Motel.
and,
I don't approve of sporks either. Don't like them.
Do you not like skorts?
I guess. Let me see.
See, it's just a skirt,
Yeah.
but it has shorts.
Oh, I see. Built in. Okay, that's very sweet. Very nice.
Very sweet.
And one more
Apparently
layer
no
to
underwear,
penetrate.
I live in these all summer long. They're the best.
Okay, very good.
I feel the same way about my linen sweater. It goes from the beach
Yes.
to the buffet.
It's very,
Oh, you can go to any restaurant in.
I can go anywhere in a restaurant, and I can also go to a nice, maybe some sort of open air function at night,
Yeah.
where I can go from the
Put a
balcony
scarf.
to the room.
And Chick, can I wager something?
Yes.
If you go to a restaurant and they say, "Sir, you need to put on a sport coat," in here, you're going to look even better in a sport coat.
I'm going to look great in a sport coat with the sweater. Oh my God!
Is that a nice Vince?
It's a Todd Snyder.
Oh,
Actually,
very
I
nice.
like Todd.
Beer run.
Todd too. I'm sorry, no, not that Todd Snyder.
There's a different one.
An
There's
equally
another
wonderful Todd Snyder. Well, not as wonderful as the singer Todd Snyder, but
There's a guy named Todd Snyder that is a
He's a fashion designer.
he's a designer. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
with a Y. instead of
Very
an
nice
I.
clothes.
Have you noticed? I'm sure you have, because this is right in your wheelhouse of things you love. The Charmin, the Charmin bathroom tissue commercials with the Bear family. You got Mama Bear, you got Daddy Bear.
Yeah, and based on the higher idea of
Yes.
of does a bear poop in the woods?
Exactly.
Who'd be a better authority on
So the latest
bathroom
commercial
tissue?
that I've seen for the Bear family and Charmin is that the little baby bear wearing his glasses, he's at breakfast eating his cereal, which I'll tell you what the cereal is in a moment, which is what got me interested. He's wiggling his bottom because he didn't get everything white.
Oh.
so he's a little uncomfortable there, yeah.
But he's sitting there at the breakfast table eating salmon flakes.
as a bear would.
And I thought to myself, I said, you know what? The guy who wrote this commercial thought of absolutely everything.
That is detail.
I would argue.
Dad's there reading the Bear Times. The kid's eating salmon flakes.
I would argue that many commercials are better than many of the television programs.
Absolutely.
The commercials, the insurance guy saying "Don't become your parents."
Yeah.
Those are better than
they're brilliant.
most sitcoms. And those little whoever thought of that, and they keep getting better. The casting is perfect. There's so many great commercials out there.
You tell whoever's working back there in the deli, he's doing a great job.
Or the one where they're at the sporting event. We're leaving early.
Well, hey, let's not talk about leaving until we get to the event, okay?
Hilarious.
That guy
That is
so
so
perfect.
me.
Yeah, he is good.
And then Josh and Willie and I went to a baseball game last night. That's what he's laughing at.
You guys left in the sixth
And
inning.
I swear, Josh, wasn't it your idea to leave at like the seventh inning? But I was way on board.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, way on board before anything.
So Dodger fans, let's beat the traffic. Third inning starting. Gotta go.
Yeah.
I'm always the person first one out.
They make a killing out here in this parking lot. Look at all these
I was at
faces.
an event Saturday. They had ladies on stilts, by the way, and I probably was one of the first people out of that. But I thought of you immediately when I walked in. And I go, "Oh, Tom would love this."
God, I love stilts.
Ladies on
The best thing, of
stilts.
course, water skiing on stilts was one of our world records. We have a couple good world records coming up today, as a matter of fact.
Do you think you'd like that? Naturally, you'd have to be in a very nice home to have ceilings that high in your bedroom. But would you like a woman on stilts in the bedroom? you
Oh,
think?
sort of tower over you at first?
Yeah.
Not
Taunt
particularly.
you a bit?
No, I was just, Christy is short of stature. I was just thinking, when I said earlier, have you ever done voices for your boyfriend, or as you mentioned, wigs?
We're just about a year in. We're okay.
Maybe put
Maybe spice
some
things
super
up
baggy
yet.
pants on.
Did you hear what she just said? We're a year in. We're okay.
Oh, no, the clock is ticking. You got to start spicing it up. I'm
Okay.
just saying, get a pair of really long pants and puts those like 2-foot stilts on, and you walk up to him. Hey, big fella. Hey, short stuff.
Yeah.
You may have to remove the stilts in the middle of the
Has he ever
throes
said
of
that-
passion, but
Has he ever said that he might like some of your taller shoes, if you will? Like he would like a taller girl? Has he ever?
No. He's
yet.
not real tall.
Well, I know, but I mean, some guys who are shorter like taller girls.
Oh, no, he's never said that.
okay, well,
Dinklage dates
the
over.
wig thing.
Well, yeah. Well, Dinklage, of course.
Dinklage, 6.5 feet. He loves a tall.
I'm getting my hair cut today. Big change.
Okay, really?
Oh.
We'll look forward to that.
Is that right?
Now, if you missed yesterday's show, I can encapsulate it very quickly with the following.
How well everybody's heard.
Jesus
Poor Josh almost had a heart attack yesterday.
We can relive that moment a little bit later. But right now, since we're talking cereal, I think it's time to hear about one of the classics.
Norman, honey, what you doing? It's getting late.
I'm downstairs, honey. Just getting some cereal. Snookums.
Thank God he found it. I was getting desperate. I hope this works. You know, Judy tried it with Ted, and she said he's become insatiable.
Boy, will Snookums be in for a treat, because her hubby is chomping on the new cereal for men who are sexually dysfunctional. It's Nuttin Raisin, honey.
This sure is tasty. Honey, I'll be right up.
Nuttin Raisin, honey. The cereal that gets you up in the morning, or any time for that matter. Nuttin Raisin, honey. Ladies, he'll love the taste, and you'll love that filling feeling.
Oh, my God, Norman, where did you get that thing?
Nuttin Raisin, honey, from Post. Who else? Nuttin Raisin, honey, coming to a store near you. Nuttin Raisin, honey. Eat them from the bowl or right out of the box.
See it,
Willie, are you familiar with that ad campaign, the Nuttin Honey cereal?
I am not.
It was big for a while there, yeah.
Real big.
Yeah, once
What are you eating? Nuttin Honey. The name of the cereal was Nut and Honey.
Oh, so you could eat.
This was the version that had raisins in it.
No, okay, yes, I understand that. Yes.
And then it also happened to be, this is before they had coined the phrase ED.
Yeah.
We'll be getting to that a little bit later on. But right now, let's talk security with Chick McGee.
Let's do it. Why not? It's a do-it-yourself home security system. That's what it is. And you design it yourself. We kind of forget about mentioning that every now and then. It's Simply Safe. And it's not always outside forces that you need Simply Safe's protection from. Here's a story about Terry. Her family.
Yes.
Mr. and Mrs. Terry.
Oh, the cloths. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I thought it was the dactyls. Terry Cloths?
I changed it up.
Okay.
Could we get to the story?
She's a Simply Safe customer, and she was away for the weekend for her daughter's wedding. And the morning of the big day, she got a call from Simply Safe's 24/7 professional monitoring center. There was water in the basement. Well, in moments like this, we all know it. Time is critical. Even an inch of flooding caused thousands and thousands of dollars in damage. Thankfully, Terry and the whole Cloth family rejoiced because she made arrangements to get the water turned off. Simply Safe detected the water just seconds after the leak had started, protecting against floods. Just one of the reasons more than 4 million people trust their home protection to Simply Safe. A comprehensive Simply Safe system and 24/7 professional monitoring. You can have someone always got your back, just like Terry. And plans cost at under $1 a day with no long-term contracts or hidden fees. Customize the perfect system for your home in just a few minutes at simplysafetom.com. That's the design function. And then it arrives and you do it yourself. I've done it myself a couple times. Go today and claim a free indoor security camera plus 20% off with interactive monitoring at simplysafetom.com.
That water alarm has saved my buns and my basement. Be sure to check that out and things like, very important things like smoke detectors, carbon monoxide detectors. Do it. Get that done. It's very important. Thank you, Simply Safe, simplysafetom.com. Coming up in sports, we have a couple of world records.
NBA playoffs last night. We have a explanation as what the Mavericks fans were doing with Chris Paul's mom and his wife.
Oh.
Evidently, it was all very...
He claimed that they put hands on them.
Yeah, that's what he said. And the fans have responded. NHL playoffs last night involving my favorite team, the Calgary Flames. They win. They beat Dallas 4-1. Rugby in sports today. And
you didn't read the story.
Unfortunately, hockey coach Barry...
Just save it.
His last name's Trotz. We'll talk about that in sports, and I wonder where that will end up. Okay.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, everybody. This is Mark Sweeney, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Sweeney-san, good morning. I'm Mark Allison. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, Tuesday, May 10th. On the way, Jessica Hooker the Cooker, and comedian Chad Daniels, one of our favorites. He's going to be stopping by via Zoom. And by the way, this Friday, May 13th, Chad Daniels live in person at the Limestone Comedy Festival in the Heartland, Bloomington, Indiana. ChadDaniels.com for more information. That's Chad Daniels and Jessica Hooker on a Tuesday, May 10th, right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Bob and Tom Entertainment News Desk. The Edge joined Ukrainian band Anatila to perform in a subway station in Kiev Sunday. They performed a version of Stand By Me with the refrain, Stand By Ukraine. Bono said they were not expecting Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky to invite them to this extraordinary place, but he calls, "We come," is what he said. The Indianapolis Colts owner Jim Irsay has bid $2 million for the guitar Kurt Cobain played in Nirvana's Smells Like Teen Spirit video. Here's the catch. Irsay already owns the guitar. He announced yesterday he's auctioning it off to benefit the Colts mental health initiative, Kicking the Stigma. He put in the first bid. Julian's Auctions will sell the guitar during the weekend of May 20th in New York. The Cobain family is contributing other Nirvana artifacts to the auction to fund the Colts initiative. And Bob Dylan has a standing ovation to visit the new Bob Dylan Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Dylan's only involvement was to build a 16-foot metal sculpture that's in the entrance to the museum. He's declined to comment about the opening this past weekend. However, Elvis Costello, Patti Smith, and Mavis Staples did make appearances. Why is Bob Dylan's museum in Tulsa, you ask? Good question. Apparently, he sold his archives in 2016 to the George Kaiser Family Foundation, which is based in Tulsa, and they also run the Woody Guthrie Center there. Guthrie happened to be one of Dylan's heroes. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, I'm Marty Gleckman for Casket Carnival.
It's a Casket Carnival. You won't lose your shirt. It's a Casket Carnival. When we shovel on the dirt, we'll make sure you really save before we stick you in your grave. We won't steal from you. Casket Carnival.
We've got lots of games and prizes, and since many of our coffins are scratch and dent or gently used models, we pass the savings on to you at Casket Carnival. And don't forget to say hello to our lovable mascot, Embalmo the Clown.
Hey, yeah, there. Thanks for coming to the Casket Carnival. You're really gonna dig our prices there. Don't forget to ask about our layaway plan, huh? Hey, geez, what's wrong with these people? I'm dying up here, huh? At the cremation station, we want to earn your business. You know, sometimes I wish I were dead.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Reported that Gary and Patty Riedemeyer were returning from a trip when they discovered their Reading home was filled with birds.
Oh, well, everybody's heard about the birds.
Scared the hell out of me.
Get the fader way up.
Look at him laugh like a maniac.
Is there any way we can reel you in?
I've been waiting for 5 hours. 5 hours to pull the trigger on that one.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
You're so weird.
You have no idea. Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
The Bob and Tom Show now presents The Law Minute with ex-attorney Jack Thomas.
Hello again, everybody. This is ex-attorney Jack Thomas. You know, I got a lot of mail here at the ex-law office, and today, let's open a letter. Well, this comes from young Davy Radonovich of Kokomo, Indiana. He asks, what is the difference between slander and libel? Well, what kind of idiotic, stupid question is that? What kind of little pea-brain moron would write me? I think if I were you, little Davy, I'd worry more about inbreeding than I would about the law. Davy, that was slander. If I would have written it down, it would have been libel.
This has been The Law Minute with ex-attorney Jack Thomas.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the law is your friend. It's the lawyers you have to watch out for. And remember this, the preceding has been a joke, not legal advice. Learn to know the difference.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Yeah, but it turns out I don't sleep well anyway. I've been grinding my teeth. I didn't know I grind my teeth until I woke up. My husband was pouring coffee beans into my mouth. What a weird way to save time in the morning.
No kidding, but it's fresh coffee.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller. and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, which begs the question, why do you need Bob and Tom 24/7?
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi.
Josh Arnold at the sidekick chair.
Hello.
Yes, there's Ace Cosby manning the track phone hotline hot phone. He's also got that Omaha Steak joke of the day just bubbling.
Sizzling.
Right under in his left front pocket.
And as the coach of the Cleveland Browns said, we're due.
There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee at the sports desk. I do not endorse Tom's views on sports in even in a conversational way. And here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. A couple of interesting stories yesterday I might want to revisit. I know we have Mr. Godwin in the next room.
Yes.
Pat.
Yes.
By the way, someone sent me some Frank Nelson videos. Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Did you watch?
The wonderful.
Oh, God, those make me howl.
He almost, that almost wore out its welcome, didn't it? Or
he does other funny stuff.
Do you find yourself wanting more?
Yes, I do.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
you do. Yeah, but you're...
here's a taste.
Now, let's see. I wonder where the jewelry department. Oh, mister.
And I wasn't familiar with at a department store, they had the floor walker. And I guess the floor walker was a person who wore a carnation.
When they were writing,
that's how you would identify. I had no idea.
I had no idea either.
When they were writing that, you think one of the writers would come in and go, okay, and then, we'll let Frank, Frank it up. And then,
Frank does
they
his
probably
thing.
did, right?
It's such a great running gag, though.
Because his back is always to the camera.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Jack Benny is never aware. He somehow never
knows
He's
it's
always
him.
shocked that it's him.
Is he playing different characters in the same movie, or just every Jack Benny movie? This guy shows
I guess
up?
it was a TV show.
Yeah. And he would also show up on Lucy and a few other places, Frank Nelson.
Very, very funny. So we will enjoy some Frank Nelson, I'm sure, today.
We will enjoy it.
Yes.
If you missed yesterday's show, we had a couple of exciting things. I was just mentioning, Pat, we have some music I think we want to revisit today from the Pat Godwin repertoire.
From my catalog?
Yes, from the Pat. But I did want to mention that you are going to be at Lebowski's in Washington, Iowa, coming up. That's this Saturday. That's big news. And I know you had a killer show in Jasper, Indiana.
That was fun,
at a beautiful theater there.
With Jeff Oskey?
So we'll look forward to sending somebody back down there soon. And I know that while I'm on this subject, we have Willie G. Coming up this Friday at the Laugh Factory in Chicago. Mm-hmm. And then it looks like, am I getting this right? Saturday, May 21st, Catch-A-Tours in Ilion, New York, Willie G. and Josh Arnold.
That's right.
Information at thatjosharnold.com. But we turn now to the sports page. What's happening over there?
NBA playoffs, Al Horford and Jason Tatum scored 30 points each. And don't you think you'd have a kind of a tough childhood if whore was part of your last,
Yes.
whore and a car, Horford.
People don't pronounce it that way, Chick.
Horford?
Horford.
Horford, that's
You're
what
really
it is.
hitting
Yeah,
Horford.
right.
You almost had as bad as old Kenny Slut Chevy.
And don't forget Jess Hooker coming up this morning, by the way. Don't forget all about that. Okay. The Celtics, fourth quarter comeback, 116-108 win over the Bucks. That tied their series at 2 games apiece. And Steph Curry, 8 free throws over the final 45.7 seconds. Very, very exciting time at Golden State on their Steph's 32 points. The Dubs, fourth quarter comeback, 101-98 win over the Grizzlies. They have a 3-1 lead in that one. Now, also, the Phoenix Suns have announced that Monty Williams will be the NBA Coach of the Year, deservedly so. And also tonight in their Mavericks game, Suns-Mavericks, our buddies, the Black Moose, will be playing at halftime.
Yes.
No kidding.
Very exciting.
That is very exciting.
Isn't that exciting? And
hopefully they play Smack Tom.
That's exactly
wouldn't
right.
that be great?
Or is that tomorrow night? Might be tomorrow night. Anyway, American Airlines Center and the Dallas Mavericks security and executives have concluded the investigation into the incident involving Chris Paul and his family.
Parenthetically, the Black Moods are playing apparently this evening.
Tonight.
According to this.
All right.
In Phoenix,
halftime round 2, game 5.
Very cool.
2 unruly fans attempted to give unwanted hugs and have conversations with members of the Paul family. Now, this is after the Maverick security staff conducted an investigation, and that's these stories they're getting back from the hugs, from the huggers. So but Chris Paul was very upset when people were, as he said on Twitter, putting hands on my mom.
Yeah, you don't do it.
Yeah, you don't mother hug her.
No, you don't.
What?
You don't want to be a mother hugger at one of these games.
The official response is 2 unruly fans attempted to give unwanted hugs and have conversations with members of the Paul family on the public concourse of the American Airlines Center.
They were drunk and not cool.
Man.
Security responded immediately once notified by the family, and the fans were swiftly ejected from the game. The fans involved in the incident will not be allowed to return to said arena until 2023.
Okay, so next season.
Well, they did the second half of the season.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because as you know, the NBA season is actually 54 weeks a year. So, it's amazing.
And I know what you're saying. Yeah, some of the seasons have ran on into another season, but let's not get
That's why those mid-season games, there's not a lot of effort being put out on the court. That's why I say only pay the winning team. And you get some hustle. Wait a minute, I make $50,000 tonight or nothing? I think I'm going to run this time.
There is plenty of hustle in the NBA.
A lot of incentives.
This is your socialist point of view. Professional sports have gone. They've gone commie. They only pay the winners. Same thing in boxing. You're going to see some really good action. You'll see a fight to the death.
Well, then, yes, you're going to see both really fight.
So you just want to be in a Roman Coliseum, don't you? You want tigers out there?
No, I don't speak Italian. I'd like to have that done here in the States.
You want to be able to stand up and put your thumb out straight and either give it an up or a down every time a player does something. And then
I'm just saying there'd be a lot more hustle if the winning team got paid a lot more money.
If it was truly life or death, yeah, I bet it would be.
There you go.
So that's your problem. You want to see hustle.
Yeah.
Let's see some hustle out there.
I think all these guys are getting paid whether or not they win or not. Once you get to a certain level, it's just cruise.
Well, that was the argument against salary caps. Because kind of, hey, the harder I work, I want to be able to make more money, but the better I am. Don't cap me. If you cap me, I'm going to do that good.
Yeah.
Don't fence me in, man.
Yeah.
Give me land. Lots of land. And the starry skies above. Don't fence me in.
Now, I want to get back to basketball.
I'm killing it.
Once again, the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah.
Halftime this evening, it's going to be our good buddies, the Black Moods. Of course, our house band today, the Black Moods.
Smack Tom. It's time now to smack Tom. He's been running his mouth again. He's been pissing us off again. Smack Tom. Smack Tom. Smack Tom.
I'll handle the lyrics. Now,
Smack Tom.
That is now a great video featuring the Bob and Tom Puppet Brigade. Must see.
Is it a brigade of puppets?
It is now. I just made that up. It's really a must see. And we're working on the next puppet features. If you haven't seen any of these, just go to any of the Bob and Tom social media platforms. But that's the great band, the Black Moods. That's so nice. They get to be doing their thing for the fans.
One of these days, we've got to be able to get our puppets and interview them. Like, have you run your puppet and you ask him questions and then he'd answer. I think that's a great idea.
We'll see.
Nothing?
No, of course I like it.
NHL last night, Stanley Cup playoffs. As we say with the NHL and the Stanley Cup.
Stanley, give me that puck.
He usually goes with the cup when he does.
Yeah, Stanley, give me that cup.
I used to
give me that puck.
Give me that book as a line from you see Oliver Hardy in it. Never mind.
Yes, Pittsburgh 7, Rangers 2 yesterday. The Penguins and Sid the Kid do well last night there. 3 games, 1 lead in that one.
Well, they score 5 in the second?
That's 5 in the second. And overtime, Florida, the Panthers over Washington 3-2. That one tied at 2 games apiece. Colorado eliminates Nashville.
A sweep.
4 games to none. They win last night 5-3, but there was a catfish on the ice before the game started last night for some reason. You know, the Red Wings throw octopus on the ice when there's a hat trick. Well, Or there's a win, I think. I'm not sure. But in Nashville, they throw a catfish on the ice just because they've got a hockey team, and I'm 100%. I'm there for it. I like
Getting the catfish in is a challenge.
Yes, that's true.
How do you hide that?
Well, unfortunately for the lady in question.
For the lady.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
They call her Hush Puppy.
And
they do.
That's going to linger, dear.
Calgary beat Dallas last night.
Do you want to explain why you keep mispronouncing?
4-1. That series is tied at 2 games apiece because the greatest hockey commentator of all time, and granted, I'm a United States citizen. That's why I say this. Barry Melrose pronounces it Calgary, and by God, if it's good enough for Barry Melrose, it's good enough for this reporter. Hence, Calgary.
But you get upset when Christy says Quebec.
Yeah, and it is kind of a little to you two for saying Quebec. If you guys didn't say Quebec, I'll say Calgary.
Okay.
What do you think of that?
Yeah, what are you going to do about that?
Don't get me started on Saskatchewan.
What? No, it's not Snatchkatchewan. If it was Snatchkatchewan, we'd be doing our show from there.
Live
from Snatchkatchewan.
It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Beavertown, Saskatchewan.
Home of the catfish. It's a Samoan. Oh, my Lord.
What do you got?
Why is Tom giggling?
Here's the thing. I've found over the years that I like to be amused and hear the information as I'm reading it. So I read it beforehand. It spoils it for me.
Yeah.
A Samoan rugby player has died after jumping off of a bridge in France while celebrating a victory.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Tom is really laughing.
You dumbass.
It's a horrible story.
No, I'm tired of all these a-holes and their toxic masculinity
and their wins.
A rugby player, gee, that's a shock.
Mr. Kelly Miafua, 32.
Yeah, Uafua.
Uafua now, I'll tell you that.
Wouldn't you like to be a fua, too? He's a member of the French rugby team. He was 32.
Stop.
He died after leaping into the River Tarn, after their final game of the season.
Well, okay, so he thought he would just splash in and it would be fine.
He was wrong.
According to the reports, he jumped off the bridge after a night out with friends to celebrate a victory.
Yeah, we did it!
Hey, jump.
For most people, Gatorade pretty much covers it. You don't have to bathe yourself in the River Tarn, whatever the hell it is.
The current or a rock? What happened there?
Yeah.
Or just he jumped off a bridge is what happened. He's an
high
idiot.
enough. Maybe when he hit the water, it was like concrete.
Like 4 in the morning, incredibly drunk.
That'd be horrible.
Easily, yeah.
Probably should try to have fun.
Just Saturday night fevered himself.
Is there a sweet spot with the height? Like, if it's above X height, it's going to be like concrete, but if it's just below that...
There must be.
And if you enter properly, you should be okay.
Yeah. And the depth, of course, is important.
Yeah, what's on the bottom?
You never want a golden
sharp rocks.
Some people, the splash is fine, but then they go too deep and they get embedded in the mud and they just sit there and drown.
Yeah.
The way you can test it is when you jump off, if you can count to 6, that's too much time. So that's how you got to test it.
Are you 6 Mississippi?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man.
Yeah, what do you see? What you're saying you should have done was gone around to the bridge, gone down the bank, waded into the river to check the depth, then gone back up with his drunk reveler friends.
You're exactly
right. I'm jumping now. Okay,
well, that would have certainly bogged down the celebration.
Did he leave a wife and kids or anything like that?
Oh, no need to explore that. I don't really know.
I see.
Loved ones, mother, father. No, laugh it up.
Is there a Mrs. Miafua?
Tragedy boy.
Shiafua.
It's
Mia Farrow.
It's a Samoan name. It's very common.
All right.
Oh, boy.
And church.
Samoans.
By the way, the final score, they beat a team called Narbonne 48-40.
This just gets better, doesn't it?
Now, if you didn't know what sport it was, if it had said, and you had 10 to choose from, wouldn't rugby be the first one you'd pick?
What's the guy's name again?
Mr. Kelly Miafua.
Are you saying?
Because a lot of Samoans play football.
Are you saying that celebrations like this, and this might be testosterone poisoning, is what killed this guy? So odds are it's a rugby.
I mean, the headline wouldn't say a chess player has died after jumping off a bridge in France while celebrating.
Probably not, but I don't think.
If you had to put an order of toxic masculinity, I'm just saying.
Who taught you toxic masculinity?
Yeah, what are you? This is
the word of the week. week.
This is new to the rule.
There we go, all week.
Phrase of the week.
Who taught you something you are very guilty of?
Yeah.
What NPR report do I have to report this?
How dare this guy talks of masculinity? Now here's shirtless girl.
Good God.
But first, a medley.
What's your problem?
Prisoner of Love.
What's your problem, Nancy? Get in here.
That reminds me, we have a prisoner that wants to hear "Prisoner of Love." Maybe we get that in today.
Oh, all right.
Oh, good. This will be funny. What's he in for?
I think I'm not exactly sure, but I got
Did he
very
help
nice,
those guys
very
escape
nice
and
correspondence.
We
about
have
it.
that story coming up.
Didn't get him.
They were close, by the way.
We have to play it quick. He's getting the injection next week. So.
Okay.
Oh, my Lord.
Sorry about this guy. Don.
And coming up in sports, the Dad Bod God makes it 2 in a row. I'll tell you who that is.
Oh,
And then Christy,
yes.
The headline is so great. This involves, because I know you're a real estate agent on the side.
Oh, yeah. I love the word sexcapade.
Yeah, it says real estate agent sued over sexcapade in client's home.
Yeah.
I've told you this is my.
Is that your
I'd like
fantasy?
to come in and check out the house. Oh,
Open house?
you're the agent. Oh, Anita, huh? Anita Humping. Okay.
I smell cookies.
As you might imagine, my fantasy is very involved.
Just a real quick side note. Doesn't sexcapade sound like they're doing it on ice?
Yes, exactly.
Hey, the sexcapades are coming to town.
Yep.
And the real estate agent looks just like Peggy Fleming. Now,
there you go.
So I was running over this story with a friend of the show, Oske, and he said there is an entire genre of porno called real estate porno.
Yes.
Which I was not aware. I mean, there's this whole sphere of these real estate things. So we'll get to that coming up. Right now, on a much different note, before we get to the Ace Cosby joke of the day,
Thanks for the warning.
A great world record. I want to talk about food and the great food from HelloFresh. HelloFresh has a great idea. What if you could make great restaurant quality food at your own house and skip the trip to the grocery store? They bring the stuff. Oh, and by the way, they've done all the measuring for you. So suddenly you're making restaurant quality stuff for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, whatever you want, because you can pick from over 50 every week chef-curated recipes. Things like sweet heat shrimp, one-pan cheesy beef tortilla melts. Willie, what's the latest we did?
One of my favorites, the saucy pork burrito bowls with cilantro rice and charred poblano. HelloFresh sends you 9 ingredients. You put them together in 6 easy steps, and in a half hour, you have these delicious burrito bowls with salsa fresca and smoky crema from our friends at HelloFresh.
They want you to try it. So this is the best deal ever. You go to HelloFresh.com/BT Show 16. Remember that BT Show, like Bob Tom Show 16. Why 16? Well, 16 free meals here and 3 free gifts as part of a very special program. Once again, it's BT Show 16, 16 free meals, 3 free gifts, part of this very special offer from HelloFresh. You find it at HelloFresh.com/BT Show 16. By the way, I should make this very important point. Whatever kind of food you're into, maybe you're like a super fitness, you want a low-cal or low-carb, they got that. How about just good old family-friendly stuff? That's there, too. You make the choices, easy to switch around, very convenient. The code BT Show 16. HelloFresh.com/BT Show 16. Coming up, sexy time at the Realty office.
Oh yeah,
it's at the. We're going to look at this house and baby names. 2021. What are the big winners? We'll find out. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Reach us toll free at 1-888-BOB-TOM-1 or at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Norman, honey, what you doing? It's getting late.
I'm downstairs, honey. Just getting some cereal. Snookums.
Thank God he found it. I was getting desperate. I hope this works. You know, Judy tried it with Ted, and she said he's become insatiable.
Boy, will Snookums be in for a treat, because her hubby is chomping on the new cereal for men who are sexually dysfunctional. It's Nuttin Raisin, honey.
This sure is tasty. Honey, I'll be right up.
Nuttin Raisin Honey, the cereal that gets you up in the morning, or any time for that matter. Nuttin Raisin Honey. Eat them from the bowl or right out of the box.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Hope you're having a good Tuesday morning. Thanks so much for joining us here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Jessica Hooker on the way from the Bits and Pieces podcast, which you can download for free. All you have to do is head to this location, bobandtom.com/podcast. The Bits and Pieces podcast is a dive into the Bob and Tom archives, discussions of some of our favorite bits and pieces from the show. The current rendition featuring Josh Arnold and some of his bits and pieces from before he was actually a cast member on the show. He was a fan of the show, and the Bits and Pieces podcast goes into Josh's involvement with being a fan of the show and then into being on the show. Very cool. If you're a fan of Josh, it's a can't miss. The Bits and Pieces podcast featuring Jess Hooker, who will be with us this morning cooking something. Don't know what it is. Last week, hot dogs dipped in beer. Sounded like Floyd there for a second. I did. At any rate, let's get moving. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning, I'm Mark Allison with things you may have missed. Las Vegas being flooded with lore about organized crime after a second set of human remains emerged within a week from the depths of Lake Mead. The drought-stricken Colorado River Reservoir, just a 30-minute drive from the notoriously mob-founded Strip. Former Mayor Oscar Goodman represented mob figures as a lawyer. He said Monday there's no telling what they'll find in Lake Mead. Two paddleboarders from Henderson found bones Saturday on a newly resurfaced sandbar. A week earlier, boaters spotted the decomposed body of a man in a rusted barrel, apparently wearing shoes from Kmart. A University of Nevada, Las Vegas history professor said he'd bet more bodies will be found as the lake level drops. Meanwhile, Buckingham Palace says Queen Elizabeth II will not attend the opening of Parliament Tuesday amid ongoing mobility issues. The palace said in a statement Monday the decision made in consultation with her doctors. 96-year-old monarch had reluctantly decided not to attend. Prince Charles will read her speech, which sets out the government's agenda for the coming parliamentary session. Prince William also will attend. Elizabeth had attended only a handful of public events in recent months, though she continues to hold virtual audiences regularly. That's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
This comes to us from Sean. He writes, I got a fortune cookie the other night. It said, you are in great company. I was eating alone.
Well,
here's one. I've got one too, Tom.
Yeah, what is it?
I keep getting the same fortune, says Barry. Bad luck and extreme misfortune will haunt your pathetic soul for eternity. You keep getting it.
He's being talkative.
You might want to go to church.
Somebody's trying to send him a message.
Maybe get some Mexican.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you.
Oh, my God.
There's laughter ahead. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Dean, I am so hungry.
Oh, you want to go get some breakfast, Tom?
I guess. Is there a place we can go that has flat-chested waitresses and really baggy clothing?
I don't think so.
Think again, Dean. Guys, if you've been longing to have breakfast surrounded by flat-chested women in baggy clothing, then you'll want to visit the all-new breakfast restaurant, Pancake Hooters. At Pancake Hooters, you won't be bothered by waitresses who accidentally dip their large bosoms into your maple syrup, or who break the yolk of your egg while bending over the table to pour your coffee. Pancake Hooters only hires women with prepubescent builds, so you won't be distracted by massive memories while trying to finish off your breakfast in time to get to work.
Wow, what a great breakfast.
Sure was, Tom. And I was able to eat my waffle while it was still warm because I wasn't busy staring at gargantuan tatas.
And you didn't slobber in your coffee either.
And guys, if you're in a real hurry, be sure and take advantage of our flat as a smorgasbord breakfast buffet. Why not try Pancake Hooters today? You'll see why our hardline policy with our waitress staff is, it's either 32A or the highway. Pancake Hooters.
Bob and Tom. They put the F in professional.
Hi, this is comedian Rob Haney, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold at the sidekick desk.
Hi.
Hi. There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
Manning the track phone hotline, hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Music's good today.
Oh, yeah. Grandmaster Tom's killing it. And here's Tom Griswold.
Welcome back. Thank you very much. We're going to move on to more positive things in the world of sports. Is that right?
Oh, you mean not someone dying after a victory celebration?
Yeah. I wonder why we did that story.
Nikola Jokic of the Denver Nuggets. They call him the dad bod god, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
He has been named the NBA MVP for the second year in a row. What was I saying? Nanny McPhee? What the hell was
you
I
were saying? He was the Nanny McPhee of the
Nanny
year.
McPhee, the NBA MVP.
Nanny McPhee sounds like another bad sitcom.
Yes. Doesn't it have Emma?
Your girls were probably like the movies.
Emma
the two
Thompson,
movies.
Nanny McPhee.
Oh, there really is one?
Yeah. Nanny McPhee and Nanny McPhee Returns.
I had no idea.
I saw the first one. I didn't see the returns.
I think she's kind of an edgier Mary Poppins, I thought, or something when I saw the preview.
Okay, didn't know her, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Next.
Bit of a
Is
pederast.
Pat going to have a song today or this hour, or are we just going to sit here?
Whatever you want.
We haven't decided yet.
Oh, we haven't, have we?
Barry Trotz fired as coach of the New York Islanders on Monday.
Trotzy's out?
Trotz is out.
He couldn't really, he was never there for most of the game.
Oh, gosh.
Assistants, you guys got it, right? He's mopping his brow.
General Manager Lou Lamoriello saying he felt the team needed a new voice. Trotz lost his job after 4 seasons with the Isles and the first without a playoff experience.
He'll be picked up immediately by somebody.
He's kind of a legend.
I think he's the third winningest coach in NHL history.
I had the Barry Trotz once after having a weird strawberry cheesecake. It went right through me.
What do you mean weird strawberry cheesecake?
Well, it's the berry in there.
Leave him alone.
I'll have the weird strawberry cheesecake.
No, I thought it was
They bring out fish.
That is weird.
This is weird strawberry cheesecake.
Boy, this is really weird. Perfect, you nailed it.
So your point is that a strawberry cheesecake isn't weird.
No.
I should have said it. Just maybe it was the strawberries perhaps had spoiled.
Maybe, yeah.
That could have been it. Barry Trotz, you see the joke there.
Oh,
both of his names mean something else. He doesn't spell it Berrytrots, but still.
Oh, I thought you were going with the Barry, Bury.
No, he's going with like.
Oh,
yeah, the Barry. It was so.
Well, when you're camping, you got to bury a Trotz, otherwise the bears.
It was so hideous and awful. You
Trotz and tampons. You want to bury deep.
Yeah, we have, we have. Did you see we've got a really good bear story in the news?
Oh, we do?
Yeah. You'll be quite surprised where a bear has shown up this time. At
a showing of Doctor Strange?
Wall Street?
You'll like it especially, Josh, because it kind of ties in with something from your life.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I love the idea of a bear on Wall Street, Pat.
It's a
running around the floor there. And then
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lately there are
not a
quite a
bear
few of
market.
them.
It's a bear market.
This is a bear.
Bear market.
Thank you to the people at Magnolia Thunder Pussy. We were talking about these guys last week, and apparently their website went nuts. And so
you want to explain what this is again?
They reached out and sent me a T-shirt. They are a record store in Columbus, Ohio, on campus there at the Ohio State University, off High Street.
How
And,
cool!
And they sent the chickster, a burgundy T-shirt, just like my favorite color. And the website went bananas, and they wanted to thank us for talking about
and again, that's a real
there's the logo.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, that's a cool
Dude, and the cat is awesome looking.
The cat
That's
is great. He's
brilliant.
got headphones on so he can jam.
Oh, yeah.
There he goes.
He's got headphones on, just like Chick McGee.
That's right. And remember, as they call it in Sweden, Magnolia Thunder Pussy. Don't forget.
I have a list here of other real record stores.
Well, Licorice Pizza was one.
Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. There's more. We got buttons.
Oh.
From Magnolia Thunder Pussy, and we've got, it looks a little like a ransom note. Thanks to everyone on the Bob and Tom Show. Peace and love from Columbus, Ohio. Magnolia Thunder Pussy Records.
All right.
Chuck and Sarah and Artie and Charlotte and Ella and Mauricio.
Very cool.
Okay, here's some other legit record store names.
Okay.
Now, Chick, you mentioned another pretty good one.
Dingleberries.
Dingleberries
That was in Dayton,
Ohio.
They have gone. The Magnolia Thunder Pussy's still open. It's ready to roll, man. They got records and everything.
Spokane, 4,000 holes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Presumably for the holes on the record.
I wish it was Jeremy's in Spokane.
Yeah.
Jeremy's in Spokane. Very good.
Thank you very much.
East Lansing, Michigan, flat, black, and circular.
Oh, describes a record, doesn't it?
Moldy Toes in San Clemente.
That sounds awful.
Did you say moldy?
Moldy.
Yeah.
This is a left-legged pineapple.
Well, that's a dead body, moldy toes.
Left-legged pineapple.
Yeah. In Chicago, there's a record store called Tone Deaf.
That's a good one.
Uncle Tony's Donut Shop in Orlando.
Oh, I love calling a record a donut.
Wait, they don't have donuts there, though?
Wouldn't that be great if they had donuts and records?
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
What a disappointment that would be to show up and there's no donuts.
Walla Walla, Washington.
Could you imagine that? You think you're getting a donut, you show up, no donut?
Tom, Walla Walla, Washington, one of the funniest names of a town, do you think?
Walla Walla.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Walla Walla, Washington.
The record store is called Hot Poop.
Hot Poop? No, it's not. Well, we got to get you a shirt from there.
Hot Poop?
Yeah, we have Louie. Is a record store in Lisbon, Portugal.
Oh, we got to go.
Send me there. Can you send me there right now? I may be back.
Oh, I get it. Louie, we got to go. Yeah. Okay, very good. Grimey's in Nashville. Just some of the record store names.
I've been to Grimey's.
Yeah, I have too.
That are still out there. So, once again, what is it called?
Magnolia Thunder Pussy, North High Street in Columbus.
Boy, a lot of people
I think that
smoke
takes-
dope that own record stores, don't they?
Sure.
And by the way, does everyone hear how I'm pronouncing Columbus?
Yeah.
It's not Columbus. It's Columbus.
Columbus.
Columbus, aha.
I've never heard
Aha.
it.
Columbus, aha.
Columbus, aha.
Columbus, welcome to Columbus.
That's right.
Columbus, aha.
And you protect yourself
Well,
on
if
your
I
car.
ever asked for directions at a gas station, I'm trying to get to Columbus, aha.
Good luck.
Are you all right?
And I also have insurance on my car.
Insurance.
Insurance.
Thunder. What is it? Magnolia Thunder Pussy.
That's very good.
It sounds like Paul Thomas Anderson made a James Bond movie.
Yes.
What was the name of that Honey West? That was it. The name of the Secret Service girl, the secret girl on TV, Honey West. Remember Honey West?
Yeah, a lesser kind of a James Bond-like female.
Yeah, right.
And then I forget.
The girl from Uncle. And
yeah, I forget who there was. It Spectre is James Bond, and Thrush is the man from Uncle. Both very good, I think.
Yeah.
Coming up, we have Be Careful about. There's a really interesting lightning story in the news that may be kind of enlightening to you.
We're going to play some Lou Christie?
Could do.
Perfect.
I hate that song.
I love it.
Where he barks at you.
Yeah,
I hate that.
We'll get a little bit of that on. But an interesting stuff about lightning safety.
Okay.
Coming up that's more exciting than I'm making it sound right now. And, of course, there's the story about realtors having hot sex.
Yeah, they are.
You have lightning rods on your house? I would assume you would.
I have
Mr.
no
Safety.
idea, probably. Be right back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Keep us with you at all times. Get the Bob and Tom app now at your app store. State law.
Bob and Tom. 24/7. Oh, yeah.
Donnie Baker on the road this weekend. It is at the Farm Bar and Grill in Charleston, West Virginia, Friday night, May 13th. Then Saturday, May 14th, Silverados in Black Mountain, North Carolina. Check out Donnie Baker live on stage. Again, Charleston, West Virginia at the Farm Bar and Grill Friday night. DonnieBaker.com. Saturday night, May 14th, Silverados in Black Mountain, North Carolina. DonnieBaker.com for more info. Rolling through a Tuesday with you right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Bob and Tom News Desk. A former Alabama jail official has died, and the murder suspect she is accused of helping escape from custody has been apprehended in Indiana. After more than a week on the run, the two fugitives were caught Monday in Evansville, Indiana, after U.S. Marshals pursued their vehicle, then crashed into it. Casey White surrendered. Vicky White shot herself, was taken to a hospital where she died later from her injuries. The namesake son of late dictator Ferdinand Marcos appears to have been elected Philippine president in an astonishing reversal of the 1986 People Power revolt that ousted his father. Marcos Jr. had more than 30.8 million votes in the unofficial results. His nearest challenger, Vice President Lenny Robredo, had 14.7 million, with most of the votes tabulated from Monday's election. And Andy Warhol's shot Sage Blue Marilyn has sold for a cool $195 million. That makes the iconic portrait of actress Marilyn Monroe the most expensive work by a U.S. artist ever auctioned. The 1964 silkscreen image shows Monroe in a vibrant close-up. I'm sure you've seen it. Christie's Auction House in New York held the sale Monday, and the unknown buyer made the purchase as well on Monday. That's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Bob and Tom. Well-meaning, but
Yeah, they're all messed up.
more than slightly confused.
You know, when Esther and I had a big family, we hardly had any time for ourselves, you know. If I could ever just get through the newspaper one time without the kids interrupting, it was a miracle. They always wanted to go somewhere and do something. Well, of course, they're all grown up now, and Esther's dead. I just wish they'd call, just every now and then, just pick up the phone and say, "Hi, Granddad. How are you?" And, well, they never call anymore. fact, they never come by. I just like to see my little daughter, Lucy. Sometimes she just brings kids over. And Tommy, my son, he never comes over. Heck, I'm just sitting here all alone, waiting for the phone to ring. The mail never comes. I never get any mail. Nobody ever calls me. It's just a terrible thing. That's the way it is, I guess. I'll just keep watching these old soap operas and things get better.
The telephone. When it rings, answer it.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Comedian Dan St. Paul is here with us.
You know, bowling was an Olympic sport this last.
Yeah, I saw that. That's
Bowling,
right.
Olympic. Aren't we deviating from the ancient Greeks just a
Sure
tad
we are.
now?
Oh, yeah.
The javelin, the discus, but no one ever said, Ulysses, Telemachus, put on your shirts. It's league night. You know? Who are we supposed to bowl against anyway? You know, you're gonna have Olympic bowling. Let's go all the way. Let's have Olympic drag racing. Wouldn't that be great?
Sure.
You know? Hello, racing fans. This is Jackie Stewart at the Olympic Raceway. Where today, America's big hope for the gold medal, Shirley Cha-Cha Muldooney, goes up against the People's Republic of China's Wang, the Terminator Hong Wen. Wang, of course, a member of Mao Zedong's pit crew in the 1972 Olympics in Munich and 5-time winner of the Peking Funny Car Championships. But both drivers will be hard-pressed to beat the time of this man, Pakistan's Big Daddy Abdul Faisal Mohammed, in his souped-up Ford Festiva, the pride of Karachi.
Jeff Rothband is our guest. Jeff is a fine comedian.
I actually had to do that once.
What?
Be a pallbearer, and that,
Oh, my
that's
God.
heavy.
Yes,
that's a
it's
heavy
heavy.
job.
Yeah, I actually had to go to a funeral, and I was asked to be a pallbearer, and I always a pallbearer. Never the corpse.
Hi, this is Bob and Tom 24/7. My name is Jim Gaffigan. I have to go and, well, I just had a so you.
Thank you, Christy Lee.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
When's the big haircut?
11 o'clock today.
How much you getting lopped
I
off?
think I'm going to get this much.
No.
Seems like a lot.
Say like
It's a lot. It's going to look adorable.
It will, yeah.
7 inches, yeah.
I can't take it anymore. It's got to go.
Gonna get a summer dew?
Tom, have you decided when you go get a haircut how much you have taken out?
Don't you dare let that get you down.
No.
As a man who is soon to be
as bald as me. I was informed at dinner. Willie was there on Sunday evening while we were doing our Chinese dinner that I had to get a haircut.
Oh, really?
It's a big debate about the sideburns. Do they stay? Do they go?
I think they stay, man. I love them. But
You mean the William Kunstler specials?
what? But I'm also
the famous attorney, his named the liberal attorney named William Kunstler.
Go ahead, Google search his image, and William. That's the sideburn.
But he had a bad comb over. I don't
Same
do
thing.
that.
Well, you have a little flip in the back now. I have noticed that you've got.
I got to get a haircut.
A little Franklin going on back there.
If you keep your sideburns going, you could play like Ben Franklin this summer at like one of those Revolutionary War.
Well, who's the president? I do look just like
Martin Van Buren.
Martin Van Buren. That's not a compliment.
It doesn't matter what any of us think. What did she say?
Exactly. You sleep with her, right?
Yeah.
She voted a haircut as soon as possible.
What about the sideburns?
They don't bother her.
I don't see your sideburns because you're wearing your cage all the time. Let me. Okay, yeah, it's way down past your.
They're not bad, man.
She didn't, in her defense, she did not say the sideburns have to go. She just said you should get your hair cut more often.
Yeah.
That's all she said.
I may start doing that because my favorite coffee place is right near the haircut place. So
there you go.
That's all well and good, but just try to get into her. That's why I'm getting my
Also, the
haircut
more
today.
coffee you drink, the crazier your hair gets either way. It goes outside, it goes way out in the back, and it flips up.
That's true.
Good to know. I've got a correction here before we get back to sports.
You don't want to be ponytail guy with the big sideburns? Come on.
No, I do not.
One of the funniest guys I knew, I worked with him in Williamson, West Virginia. He had that Ben Franklin. He was bald, totally bald, but he had it grown down to his shoulders, his skullet or whatever he called it. What he called it.
One of the richest guys
He's
I know
the guy
has one of those.
Wow.
He's the guy who we're walking down the street going to lunch one day, and we are about to go past an appliance store, and this guy walks out of the appliance store with the middle part of a washer in his hands, and he looks at me and goes, "Boy, that's an agitator, isn't it?"
I mean, I don't know how you didn't
do
fall.
it justice. That guy's a real agitator.
I know. I thought it was "There goes a real agitator."
There goes a real agitator. That's it.
Yeah, we can cut the middle part.
I don't know how you didn't fall to your knees and laugh for an hour.
I should still be there laughing.
Right.
And this was in
There's
1979.
only one chance to ever do that joke.
Yeah.
I love it.
So
everything was perfect.
How is it supposed to go?
So he's walking out with the center barrel of a washing machine.
Yeah,
a gentleman from an appliance
Some
store.
guy coming out of an appliance store.
Chick and his buddy are walking.
Bill and I are going to lunch.
Who's got the skullet?
Bill.
Bill has the
You
skull.
gotta listen.
And Bill, he nudges Chick and he goes, "There goes a real agitator."
Amazing. You wait your whole life for that situation, that scene.
It's never going to happen again. He had the wherewithal to do it.
Bill has the Ben Franklin.
Yes, and there was a lull in the conversation, and it was just it's perfect. I'm talking about it 40 years later.
That is comedy. That's a comedy miracle.
It was amazing. It was absolutely.
My friend with the skullet is extremely successful. And I was talking with him at an event, and I said he was working on some new projects, and I said, "Why are you doing anything?" And he goes, "Well," I just like I like being busy. I like working. And he goes, "But I've got a new rule." And I can't tell the exact story, but he goes, because he doesn't really have to do anything.
Right.
He goes, I have a new rule when I do this stuff. I no longer work with a-holes.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a good rule.
I mean,
It is a good rule.
Well, that would explain why I don't know him. So.
Yeah, I've never seen him here.
Me either.
Now, we've been repeatedly getting into arguments on this show about important things like, do those things that flip burgers, those machines, are they robots?
No, they're robotic arms.
They are robots, and we now have someone. I like getting email because we actually have people that know what they're talking about.
Occasionally.
And so I will actually make this an official win bag, ladies and gentlemen.
Why you gotta be such a windbag?
Black Moods Day. I like this.
We're getting win bag, and I'm playing the song because the Black Moods will be doing the halftime show for the folks live in Phoenix for the Suns game apparently this evening. And we do have the puppets dancing to the great Black Moods Smack Tom song. This comes to us from, we'll just say, Mr. A. You keep calling industrial robots the burger flipper and ones in factories, not robots. A robot is any machine that does a repetitive task without human supervision. Your washing machine is technically a robot. The term you're looking for is android.
Oh.
That's a robot that mimics the form and function of a living thing.
Well, that's fair.
All androids are robots, but not all robots are androids.
Okay.
Yeah. And we had this story, it was actually kind of controversial, about the Japanese railroad using humanoid-shaped robots to perform maintenance duties.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a rail company in Japan, and they, you'll recall, I'm trying to remember, there's like this guy down below, and the robot is up on the pole, and the robot has, for a head, it's got a moving camera thing, and it has human-like arms, and then the guy is operating it by, he's moving his arms, and they're in turn moving the ones up there. The West Japan Rail Company reports they're using what they describe as a Gundam-style robot.
Gundam style.
To improve productivity and safety. And that's how this came up. So I thought that was very important. And if you see I'm trying to describe it. It looks like what we would term a robot, an android.
We've all seen it if you've seen a superhero movie.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all kinds.
But it's robots that have the two arms
One.
and a head that moves, and this one has a prominent butt crack. You see, you know that it's a robot.
Yeah, it's a blue collar.
A big hang down. It's clearly a robot.
So washing machines are robots?
Technically.
Well, I mean, let's not get too. Yes.
I got to name my washing machine now. And
yeah, well, you haven't named. Huh? Guys, Willie hasn't named his washing machine.
What a weirdo!
Well, first of all, you got to pick a male name because it's Amana.
Oh my Lord!
I'm so tired. I'm just.
I can't. How do you feel about being related to that?
It's crazy.
Right? I know.
Okay.
Maybe.
Coming up, we have the most popular names of 2021.
Babies, not just names.
Well, yes, obviously new names. I mean,
I'm going to make some Corona. Is that on there?
Corona's not on here.
Oh, I'll tell you what's not on there.
COVID?
It's Karen.
Karen is
No doubt.
Wow.
And I have 2 of the top 10. That makes me so mad.
You do?
Yes.
I wanted to be unique.
Yeah.
Now everybody has.
Yeah.
You're a trendsetter, Christy. Look at it that way.
Yeah, I guess.
What are your kids? 38? 27?
38, that's right.
I don't know. She looks 38.
Wow. Don't tell her
Here we
that.
go.
I mean, on her site, she looks 38.
Right, yeah, exactly.
The OnlyFans or the Insta?
Only.
All of it.
The OF.
Okay,
He's got a hell of an impression.
I'm sorry, were we doing sports? I lost my place.
Yeah, let's talk about this. This is from Christy.
Oh.
Spelled exactly the way you spell your Christy.
Maybe I sent it.
CHR?
The Toledo Walleye, an East Coast Hockey League affiliate, their fans throw walleye on the ice when they score.
Oh.
And hats on the ice when a player gets a hat trick, of course. The Walleye are currently in the divisional finals for the Kelly Cup.
Oh.
Love
Go
you guys.
Toledo.
And as they say for the Toledo Walleye, let's go fish.
They also do that in a town up in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
Walleye, Washington.
Man, I love a good walleye.
What was your new feature that you were going to do?
Hi, welcome back. We just need theme music. That's all we need. Is time to another episode of Hi, what were you thinking? Our guest today is Josh Arnold again. And Josh,
hi, chick.
Not to backtrack a lot, but I had earlier this morning on the air, I had a letter from listeners.
Yeah.
She was a big Toledo Walleye hockey fan.
Oh, sure, the East Coast hockey.
Yeah, and they throw walleye onto the ice.
Right.
When the walleye score.
Isn't that something?
And you came up with what response?
They also do that in a town in the Pacific Northwest, Walleye, Washington.
Oh, okay.
Walleye.
Of course.
Referencing, of course, Walla.
Well, of course.
My question, well, maybe he'll talk about that, but my question for you, Josh, is what were you thinking?
Not much. Not much when I decided to let that one come out. I thought...
was it on the fence? I mean, were you thinking,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there was a moment of debate. And then I went, well, you know what? I could sit here quietly, or I could thrust that upon the world. Yeah. So I swung.
I thought it was a little humorous.
That's it. You know what? That's what I was going for.
Just
something light.
Like a smile.
You want comedy to be like a roller coaster. Your ups and downs. Your highs and lows.
The occasional derailing where the kids are screaming as they fall to their...
Busters, they have to...
Right, exactly, yeah.
Oh, the old gut busters.
Okay, we have more sports to get to coming up.
You say so.
Thank you very much.
Real estate.
We'll be back.
Real estate lovers.
I love real estate.
Well, this is...
Must be the reason why.
I've never done that.
You never knocked one off in a house you were showing?
No, I haven't.
Sealed the deal, as it were?
Never knocked one off.
Me to drop a couple percentage points? We'll find out about that story.
And be sure to join us later this morning for another episode of What Were You Thinking? We'll be right back.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, right now I want to do some smart thinking about GoodRx. We get letters all the time. Got another one about GoodRx. And just give me the background. What is GoodRx, Christy?
Well, GoodRx is an app that you can use to instantly compare prescription prices at pharmacies right there in your neighborhood. It could save you up to 80%. I'm not kidding. It's easy, free, and works with you do or do not have insurance. And even if you have insurance, GoodRx may actually beat your copay price. What's your story?
This is another letter. This is from Christine, longtime listener from North Carolina. Her husband got sick. They went to the drugstore. It was going to be over $100. I'm paraphrasing here. And they went to GoodRx because they heard us talking about it. She was able to find the same medication for under $10.
There you go.
She went from one place with insurance to over 100 to using the GoodRx app, less than $10. How does that work, Christy?
It's easy. GoodRx.com/Tom online. Check it out. From there, you can find prescription savings at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Walgreens, Rite Aids, Vons, Walmart, Kroger. You probably use one of these pharmacies anyway. Check it out. GoodRx. Simple, smart savings just a click away. GoodRx.com/Tom. That's GoodRx.com/Tom.
GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used in place of insurance. In 2021, GoodRx users saved an average of 81% on retail prescription prices.
Well, thank you very much. It's always good to hear from you, Gordon. I'm surprised you didn't weigh in with one of your charming stories about life being named Gordon.
I have, well, now that you mention it, being named
You're not
Gordon
a fisherman, by the way.
has, no, I'm not Gorton.
Oh.
Gordon.
We'll be back with
this is
Tom
why I chose not to say
on
it.
an episode of What Were You Thinking when you asked Josh to extend this bit a little bit. What were you thinking? We'll be right back, Tom.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Kid Tarmac.
Hey, Ken Tarmac. By the way, Jeff Oskey going to be on the road with Kostaki Economopoulos coming up this Friday night at the State Theater in Logansport, Indiana. Also, Friday, May 13th, Willie Griswold on the road at the Laugh Factory in Chicago, Illinois, at willie.griswold on his Insta for tickets and information. At Jeff Oskey for more about Jeff Oskey on the road with Kostaki, or you can always visit Kostaki.com if you want to see these guys on the road. What are you waiting for? This weekend could be your opportunity, and you're rolling through a Tuesday with Jess Hooker, Hooker the Cooker, and Chad Daniels on the way, one of our favorites. Coming up, stay tuned. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. NBA playoffs last night. Al Horford and Jason Tatum each scored 30 and led the Celtics. Fourth quarter comeback, 116-108 win over the Bucks and Giannis in Milwaukee. Steph Curry converted 8 free throws over the final 45.7 seconds on the way to 32 points. Golden State fourth quarter comeback, 101-98 win against Memphis without Ja, and a 3-1 lead in the Western Conference semifinals. NHL last night, Pittsburgh beat the Rangers 7-2 and lead that series 3-1. Calgary beat Dallas 4-1. That one tied at 2 games apiece. Colorado eliminated Nashville 5-3 last night. That one 4-0. And in overtime, Florida 3-2 winners. They tie that series up at 2 games apiece. Major League Baseball yesterday, the Phillies blanked Seattle 9-0. American League winners, Baltimore, the Yankees, Oakland, Cleveland, and the Angels. And the National League winners, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Arizona, the Cubs, and San Francisco. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello. Bonjour. The perfect gift has arrived for the single man. The new cologne from the makers of Clintorius and Bonaire. France's most noted fashion designer, yours truly, Mr. Béchon of Paris, has developed an exciting and stimulating new scent for men.
Honey, come on. You've been in the bathroom for half an hour. What are you doing in there?
Just enjoying my masturbation.
Mr. Béchon. Just slap a little on. Repeatedly.
Oh, God. Thanks, I needed that.
Is that masturbation?
Yeah, I think that's the scientific.
Mr. Béchon.
Hey, this is comedian Ron White, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hello. Bonjour. The perfect gift has arrived for the single man. The new cologne from the makers of Clintorius and Bonaire. France's most noted fashion designer, yours truly, Mr. Béchon of Paris, has developed an exciting and stimulating new scent for men.
Honey, come on. You've been in the bathroom for half an hour. What are you doing in there?
Just enjoying my masturbation.
Mr. Béchon. Just slap a little on. Repeatedly.
Oh, God. Thanks, I needed that.
When you use Mr. Béchon, she won't be able to keep her hands off of you. And neither will you.
Is that masturbation?
Yeah, I think that's the scientific thing.
Mr. Béchon, why not jerk a bottle off your department store shelf today? Mr. Béchon, it's not a sin anymore.
Bob and Tom.
For your information, these are 2 of the worst kids I have ever encountered in my life, and I worked the state fair.
We were stupid before stupid was cool.
One more tape. This is probably the best tape that we've wrote together.
Yeah?
14 hours.
One toilet, 2 men, 14 cubic square feet of incarceration. It's a good boat. It's got a good motor. It don't burn oil, but the seats are brand new. Need some fresh paint, but just on the left side. I'd act quick on it if I was you. Plus you get a free trailer. Come on, scissors. Get a free trailer. Call my pager.
Donnie Baker, ladies and gentlemen.
And the announcer for the Super Friends, dead on too, by the way. I don't know who that guy was.
Yeah, he was the guy who was after Ted Knight. Ted Knight did the original ones.
Right.
He'd be like, meanwhile, back at the Hall of Justice, Jackie and Sarah and Monroe, get ready. Aquaman, I want you on the golf course in 5 minutes. Chop, chop.
Hey, Superman, you're going to free bowl of soup with that hat or what? Talk to the judge.
You don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
We're coming up.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi, Chick.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room. Hello, Pat.
Hello, Chick.
Hello, Josh Arnold.
Hey, Chick.
He's at the sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby.
Chick.
I almost said Vance Morris.
What the hell?
COVID. Long COVID.
Wait a
I don't
minute.
even know who Vance Morris is.
We know Vince.
Vince Morris is
Vince Morris.
an African-American comedian.
Yes.
Who
there you
doesn't
go.
look much like Willie.
What?
What's the matter?
Vince Morris.
And he was talking about
was talking about
Talking about Ace, yeah. When he looks at me, he thinks comedy.
No, that's not what I think.
Well, now I see the Vince Morris connection. Sorry, I thought he was talking
And he's
to
as
Willie.
healthy as Vince Morris. Let's get it out.
There's Willie Griswold.
Everybody in here is nuts, man.
I'm Chick McGee at the sports desk, and here's Tom.
Vince makes me laugh, man.
I think Vince makes me laugh, too.
Thank you
I
very
think-
much. We're going to
Very
check in with Mr. Godwin in a matter of seconds.
I'm sorry, I know this is visual, but I just saw this come over on Twitter, and I have to pass it along.
What you
It's
got?
a Labrador, a standard Labrador. It's a black Labrador staring at a sign. He's sitting in a kitchen, and the sign goes, the sign says, all food must go to the lab for testing. And
he loves it.
He loves it.
A guy
He's
sent me
waiting for another sample.
A guy sent me one yesterday of a golden retriever, half on a raft, just drifting around a pool, just chilling.
Oh, just loving it? Yeah.
Great
Loving
time.
life, man.
Oh, they're the best. We have some great, interesting news about the world of real estate, wedding crashers, license plates, baby names, and the phones right now.
And more.
Can we act like we're not here? Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
This is Dick Hitzwater sitting in for Nick Dish Shaving, and this is some other news.
Nick who?
Nick DeShave.
Oh, okay.
But Nick, wait a minute, Nick Shaving would be okay.
Don't read too much into it.
Does shaving?
Well, guys, it's the guy's name. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Well, by
guess
now
you're
we've
right.
all seen the video of Rich Strike's come from behind victory at the Kentucky Derby.
What'd you think of that, Dick?
Huh?
What'd you think of that?
Well, what I think is it's something I haven't seen in 20 years.
Yeah.
Come from behind, I mean.
Oh.
This is Hitzwater, and I both have arthritis in our knees.
I see.
So those days are long gone. Of course, we all know that Rich Strike was an 80-to-1 underdog, and while it is a rare occurrence in horse racing for such a long shot to pull off a victory, there are many other things in the world that are 80-to-1 long shots.
Oh.
For example, there's an 80-to-1 chance Will Smith and Chris Rock will ever agree to do a buddy movie. It's 80-to-1 that Vladimir Putin or my ex-wife will ever utter the words, "Sorry, my bad." It's 80-to-1 that Marvel will create a new superhero named Ginger Man and cast Ed Sheeran in the lead role.
Red hair, you see.
Red hair.
No,
It's 80-to-1 that Long John Silver's will ever employ a wine sommelier. Would you like this? It's 80-1 that Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg will appear together on the cover of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. That's just mean. It's 80-1 that Gina, our sweet-ass weather girl here at the TV station with the huge hammers, doesn't sue me for sexual harassment.
Well, of course, you thought about that.
And finally, it's 80-1 that Elon Musk buys Pornhub and cross-promotes it by launching rockets to Uranus.
Very silly.
This is Dick Butter, sitting in for Nick Shaving Howard. And this has been Some Other News.
Thank you, Dick.
I didn't know that Dick had arthritis so bad. That,
Coming
from behind. Victory.
Coming from behind is almost
20 years.
Out of the question. Have we finished sports?
No, of course not. We've not finished. I'm
Stupid world record.
I don't even think you know, though, that this is a world record. Did you notice that? Nepalese Sherpa guide has broken his own record for the most climbs of Mount Everest.
Yeah.
Mr. Kami Rita reached 29,032-foot summit. It's getting taller, kids. Did you guys know that?
No.
It was 29.29. It was 29.30, 31. Now it's 29.30.
Come on.
They keep more accurately measuring it, I guess, with satellites from space.
I see.
You know, they can take pictures of
Maybe
your
the
license
ground's
plates.
shrinking.
Could be. It was his 26th time to summit on May 7th. He was leading a group of Sherpa climbers who fixed ropes along the route so that hundreds of other climbers could pay guides thousands of dollars to literally carry them up.
They don't carry them.
Summit,
They certainly
more
do
or less.
a lot of the prep work.
The
certainly.
52-year-old Rita first scaled Everest in 1994 and has been making the trip nearly every year since then. He's summited 26 times to top Everest. He's also scaled several other peaks, including K2, Cho-Oyu, Manan.
Yep.
Manam, and
Welcome
Lutzi.
to my side of the
Let him
fence.
finish. He always gets it. Just
Lutzi.
take his time.
Lutzi. That's what you say when you get to the summit of that.
Do you
Of
have a
course,
song, Pat?
he no longer has his nose.
Sure. He probably has missing some digits, I would
think.
Yeah.
I'm scared of heights.
Well, he had to go back up there. He had left his sunglasses up there last night.
That's a bitch. Yeah.
But now, how many times has he done it?
26.
Oh, so he got the 25. You get the complimentary koozie.
Isn't that nice? Yeah.
One of Josh's koozies.
Yeah, Josh, of course.
No reason to bring my merch into this.
His gigs. Josh's famous koozies. He'll be selling Saturday, May 21st at Ketchetors in Ilion, New York, with Willie G. Is that Willie? You'll be selling your rolling papers.
I will.
Not for marijuana.
I don't allow my features to sell.
Really?
Okay, Killer Bees.
Come find me
really?
in the parking lot.
You know,
after
there's
the show.
there's a part of Everest called the death
zone.
Death zone, and your body literally accelerates deteriorating in that. And you can feel yourself dying.
Yeah, read it. It's a great book about it.
Yeah.
If you got a big neighborhood hill, if you can climb that 5 times, you can climb Everest easy.
Yeah, exactly right.
Easy.
That Into Thin Air book was all bunk.
Yeah,
hasn't it been widely debunked by most?
Just put on a coat in the summertime. Put a coat on. That'll be just as
Once
treacherous.
again, my favorite Simpsons episode is they're taking Homer up to Mount Springfield. He's summiting, and there are Sherpas taking him up Mount Springfield, and one Sherpa looks at the other in Nepalese, and he says, "I dreamed of your death last night." And the other Sherpa says, "Stop saying that." So that means he said it several times while they've been carrying Homer up to the top of the another record.
World record.
I dreamed of your death. Stop saying that. David Rush, here he goes again, kids. He's tackled yet another chin balancing record, this time with a chainsaw running.
Wow.
Serial record breaker said the minimum mark set by Guinness for the furthest distance walked balancing a powered chainsaw on the chin, 32.8 feet.
God.
After turning on the chainsaw, blah, 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 and putting it on his chin, David managed to walk a total distance of 63 meters or 206.69 feet.
Really?
To earn the title.
Is the chain moving, or is it just, is the motor on?
Oh, the chain better be moving.
I don't think the chain is moving.
It's just the motor's on. So now all he has, it's just he's doing the same thing. It's just now he's got some fumes in his face.
Well, for a couple reasons. He said when he got done setting the record, no one had apparently had the gumption or perhaps gall to break or possibly even try to do this before. David said it was amazingly easy. He tried this record a couple of times, but his mental state, he was terrified at the time of trying to do it.
I can't figure out if the chain's going or not.
Was there? Yeah, if there's no danger involved.
But he said he wore a helmet, gloves, a jacket, a neck gaiter, and long pants, but I still felt vulnerable.
So the chain must be moving then.
I would think.
I don't think it is.
Well, then all he would get would just be a nick from one of the blades. I don't know. Well, we'll have to do our homework on this and see.
Some would have thought you would have done the homework before actually doing the story.
No, I can't I have, and it doesn't make it clear.
Then you know what? I'll give you a C.
Okay. You're welcome to meet me here tomorrow morning.
There we
3
go.
hours before showtime.
No, that's totally unnecessary. By the way, we all know you roll up at 5:02. Godwin told me that he sits here and has to wait outside.
Yeah, I don't have a key. They don't give me one yet.
So I don't know. Does he? Can he write off like all of his garden tools that he uses for these stunts on his taxes? I mean, is
he would have to claim that this is his profession?
Well, it kind of is. I mean, right?
He does donations, so maybe you could write. If you've got a loose enough tax lawyer, I bet you can write that.
Yeah, but you got to prove you don't use that chainsaw for anything else but world records.
Well, that's funny.
That's probably
no, I know. Yeah,
that's probably true.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll have to get an accountant.
When I was doing TV, I tried to write off clothing, and they're like, "Do you wear that suit anywhere else?" Well, yeah. No, you can't.
Okay, well, is that sports?
Yeah, but then you explain to them, I'm not paying it. And they go, oh, okay, no worries.
Is that sports?
Yes.
Rocky, this is what you farted for.
Whatever you go, whatever you do, always.
Agitator.
Be a good sports.
Check.
Comedy miracle.
Walla walla.
Christy.
I have a story for Josh.
Hi.
Dolly Parton is set to be featured in a TikTok musical about Taco Bell's Mexican pizza.
I like most everything about this story.
The country music icon announced on social media she's been cast in the leading role in Mexican Pizza the Musical.
Oh, how about that?
The post included a photo of the screenplay, which says on the cover, based on the true story of the internet losing its mind.
Okay.
Parton, who's been vocal about her love of Taco Bell, is also a fan of the Mexican pizza. In January, she said in an interview she thinks it should be brought back to the menus, which I believe is May 19th. Right?
Is it really?
Yeah.
We should have a big party.
We should.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Make it a big one.
If TikTok weren't a weapon of the Beijing communist government, then I would be all for this.
Okay.
Considering it is.
So is this going to be like a little mini musical, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Must be, yeah.
Yeah, you can't put a full musical on TikTok unless you keep video.
Farting 9 to 5.
What a way to spend my evening. Barely.
And is she going to show up at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for the induction?
Yeah, she said she's honored.
Pointless.
I wonder if Dolly loves the Mexican pizza, if she's a fan.
I don't know why.
She
does love it.
That's how they picked her.
Yeah, that's what the story says.
Yeah,
That's
if you
quite
pay
vocal
attention.
about it.
We all heard it.
Oh, you know what? My bad.
And it is May 19th when it returns.
So who else is getting in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Like Betty Crocker?
Yeah.
Hey, Betty Crocker
Jim Brown
was a big rocker. Okay?
Yeah, she was originally Betty Rocker.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Why are you the one that has to defend the integrity of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
They have no integrity.
That's it. He feels like he is.
No, I just
that's
think
exactly
no,
what we're doing.
The rest of the world's going on with this politically
There it
correct.
is.
We have to be totally inclusive. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame they're just random people now. They might
But
as
it's
well,
always been
They
random.
might as well admit she
has a rock and roll heart.
Yeah, but she's never had a rock and roll album.
So
or,
should Metallica be in the Country Music Hall of Fame?
There you go.
Yeah.
Really?
They're heavy rockers.
This doesn't matter.
Yeah.
No, not rock. You said country.
Should they be
Oh,
in the
no, I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
No, everyone's afraid to categorize anything for fear that this is political correctness run amok. Even Michael Che on SNL made a comment about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and who they've admitted and how.
But why do you think? Why do you think that? Why do you care?
I think because she gave to the vaccine, it's one of the big reasons she's being voted in.
Who knows?
Well, that takes all the comedy out of it. Thanks.
Well, I can have some comedy today.
What do you got, Pat?
Well, speaking of Metallica, woman. Oh, you have a song?
Something for Dolly. Vaccine, 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 vaccine. Dolly gave $1 million. That woman never quits. Vaccine, 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 vaccine. Dolly's heart is as big as her vocal range. I was wondering.
Very nice.
We do have Metallica in the news.
Oh, but please tell me they're doing a video TikTok about bringing back the McRib.
Ooh.
No, but a woman gave birth at a Metallica concert in Brazil.
Yowza.
Ms. Joyce M. Figueroa detailed in an Instagram post she had purchased tickets to the show 3 years prior and attended the concert at a stadium when she was 39 weeks pregnant. I'm not even going to try to say the name of the stadium. She said she was seated in a special area of the venue, and though she made it through the 2 opening bands, her contractions began when Metallica took the stage. She said with 3 songs left in the set, there was a plan to rush her to the hospital, but there was no more time. Her son, Luan, was born right there to the sound of Enter Sandman.
No kidding.
Yeah.
And they made her pay for an extra ticket.
Yeah. That'll be $40.
I think that's the only Metallica. Is that? Dun, 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 dun.
That's you nailed it.
It kind of goes like that. Yeah,
I think that's the only one I know.
Yeah. That and Down with the Sickness. Those are those songs from that.
Disturbed. Yeah.
Yeah, that Wavre that I like.
You guys don't get together on Saturday nights and.
No, and I only like Down with the Sickness because the grandma plays the drums on Down with the Sickness.
She kills it. Yeah.
She absolutely kills it.
Guys. Tom's bored.
Oh, hang on a second.
So this is where the kid comes out?
Yeah.
Yep.
I hope the
Not yet. You'll know when he comes out.
Well, I hope it was during the louder part so they couldn't hear her screaming.
Exactly.
Coincidentally, one of the opening bands, Placenta. Isn't that something? Boy, I guess there was no comedy there either.
You'd think the placenta would be after.
No afterbirth.
You know what? You're right. That is a better.
That's a better joke.
One of the opening bands, Epidural.
There you go.
Yeah, thank you. I'll try to be better.
Opening band would be Crowning.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is where she gave the baby right here.
Pretty good.
Oh, this is terrific.
Yeah, that's good.
When do the lyrics start?
7 more minutes.
Oh, I'm glad that she had the baby during the hits.
During what?
One
of their hits? Yeah.
I mean, if one of some of the new stuff, everyone would have been out getting a beer. No one would have been there to help her.
Right.
You know, what's this crap? Okay.
Hey, coming up.
Little baby. See, that's what she was going for.
Yeah.
Ready?
Very good.
Okay, here, one more time. Never
It's
mind.
just the beast.
Yeah, might be some mention of the beast. Sure.
The beast is crowning right now. Open your legs and Satan will live.
Oops, you accidentally pooped. That happens with 3 out of 5 mothers.
Hey, hi, welcome back to another edition of What Were You Thinking? Let's talk with Tom Griswold. Tom, it seemed to me, thanks for being on the show, by the way.
Oh, you're welcome.
It seemed for me the show was like going right along. And then you mentioned Satan for some reason.
Satan will live. Well, I think
I'm going to ask a question. What were you thinking?
Well, I think Metallica, like many of these heavy metal bands, play around with the notion of the devil and Satan.
Play around with it.
This phony devil worship stuff. They all wear black, and then they get in their limousines and go to their nice place in California and enjoy the good life. This is all just a giant act.
Okay, this is the last time Tom will ever be on. What were you thinking? Because he won't tell me what he's thinking. He'll tell
I think the notion that she's crowning right there, spread eagled, and about to deliver Satan's pretty funny.
What were you now? Time for What Were You Thinking, Chick? Chick, what were you thinking when you had Tom as a guest on What Were You Thinking?
I obviously was not thinking. And
Thank you very much. Will do.
By the way, that baby is going to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Hey,
Let
makes
it
more
go.
sense than
Yes. Along with the usher from the Super Bowl.
We
Nice
have the
guy.
most popular baby names coming up.
Okay, we've got a wedding crasher. That's
Is it Satan?
No, Satan's not on the list.
Okay.
Also, guess where they found more bodies, Josh?
I'm going to guess Lake Mead.
Yeah.
Lake Mead. In the news, more bodies. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Become a Bob and Tom VIP and get your Bob and Tom fix 24/7. Get all the info in the VIP area at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
All right, this magician, he gets his job on a cruise ship. So he's working his cruise ship, and he does his act every night. In the front row is the captain of the ship with a parrot on her shoulder. So every night he does his act. Well, by the third night, the parrot starts figuring out this magician's act. So he starts heckling the magician, and it's in his sleeve. It's under his hat. His assistant has it. So that night, they hit an iceberg, and the ship goes down. The magician wakes up floating on a piece of driftwood, and the parrot is sitting on the end of the driftwood, and they stare at each other for 2 days and don't say a word. They just look at each other all mad. Finally, the bird goes, "I give. Where's the boat?"
Hello, this is comedian John Evans. Padoom, 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 and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
If you'd like to watch the show while you listen, we do have the opportunity for you to do it. We call it the Bob and Tom live video feed. It's free to watch, bobandtom.com/live. It's that simple. You go there, and next thing you know, you're watching the show as it happens. There's Ace Cosby telling his Ace Cosby joke of the day, and there's Chick McGee's reaction. Yes, you can watch it in real time. bobandtom.com/live. How much does that cost me, Mark? Well, it's free. Won't cost you anything. We just hope you don't do it while you're driving your semi down the interstate or taking your kids to school. Hey, do it safely, maybe from your kitchen table on one of those smart TVs that connect to the internet, or maybe while you're at work. The boss doesn't need to know that you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, watching what happens at bobandtom.com/live. Shh, it'll be our secret. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Bob and Tom Entertainment News Desk. The Edge joined Ukrainian band Anatila to perform in a subway station in Kiev Sunday. They performed a version of Stand By Me with the refrain, Stand By Ukraine. Bono said they were not expecting Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky to invite them to this extraordinary place, but he calls, "We come," is what he said. The Indianapolis Colts owner Jim Irsay has bid $2 million for the guitar Kurt Cobain played in Nirvana's Smells Like Teen Spirit video. Here's the catch. Irsay already owns the guitar. He announced yesterday he's auctioning it off to benefit the Colts' mental health initiative, Kicking the Stigma. He put in the first bid. Julian's Auctions will sell the guitar during the weekend of May 20th in New York. The Cobain family is contributing other Nirvana artifacts to the auction to fund the Colts initiative. And Bob Dylan has a standing ovation to visit the new Bob Dylan Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Dylan's only involvement was to build a 16-foot metal sculpture that's in the entrance to the museum. He's declined to comment about the opening this past weekend. However, Elvis Costello, Patti Smith, and Mavis Staples did make appearances. Why is Bob Dylan's museum in Tulsa, you ask? Good question. Apparently, he sold his archives in 2016 to the George Kaiser Family Foundation, which is based in Tulsa, and they also run the Woody Guthrie Center there. Guthrie happened to be one of Dylan's heroes. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
What about in the case of a war?
In the case of a war? Indica, ace of a war.
In the case of a... Well, it's as good as waffle or whatever.
No, it's not. Hi, welcome. Reno's our guest this week on What Were You Thinking? Reno, let me ask you something.
And then what's the show called again?
What Were You Thinking?
Okay, who's your guest?
Reno.
Okay, what's the topic?
Yeah, what were you thinking when you said yes to being on our show? Were you thinking it was going to be better or...
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, this is Greg Warren, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Good morning, Bob and Tom Show.
Bonjour, Bob and Tom.
Hi.
It's Pepe Escrote.
Pepe Escrotum. Good morning,
Hi,
Pepe.
Pepe.
Como allez-vous with you?
Oh, we're fine.
Fine, Pepe. I heard you were talking about my old job.
Your old job was?
Oui, collecting the non-urine.
Oh, is that your job?
Used in these fertility drugs.
Yes. It was a terrible, terrible job, and I'm glad I no longer do it.
Well, why was it so bad?
Well, you have to go around, collecting the urine. But I just wanted to call to tell you why they had to stop using it.
Why?
Well, it's a terrible, terrible thing. These babies, they were conceived and born with using the non-urine. When they came out, they would not cry. When they were spanked,
they wouldn't?
No.
Why?
You had to wrap them across the hands with a ruler.
I see.
Hey, Chick McGee.
Yes, Pepe.
What are the only 3 words you need to know in French?
Oh, I know this one. That's right.
Thank you, Pepe L'escrotum.
Au revoir.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
I can hear you, oh no. You're talking out your ass again.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Well, hi, Chick McGee.
Hi there. Pat Godwin in the entertainment room.
Hi, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold, the sidekick chair.
Chicky.
There he is. Ace Cosby manning the track phone hotline. There's Willie Griswold.
Chickster.
He's at his father's left hand. I'm Chick McGee at the sports desk, and here's Tom.
Thank you very much. We have Christy Lee at the news desk. A lot of exciting stuff in the news today. In one serious story, they've captured the 6'9", 300-pound guy that allegedly was assisted in his escape by the prison guard.
Following a manhunt through 3 states, Vicky White and Casey White, not related, but in a love relationship apparently, were caught in Evansville, Indiana. U.S. Marshals chasing the pair crashed into their vehicle. Casey White gave himself up while Vicky shot herself. She was taken to a hospital, later died from her injuries. Casey White was serving a 75-year prison sentence for attempted murder at the time of his escape. The manhunt began April 29th when Vicky White, the assistant director of corrections for the jail in Lauderdale County, allegedly helped engineer the escape of Casey, who was awaiting trial in a capital murder case. Vicky White had told coworkers she was taking the inmate for mental health evaluation at the courthouse, but they instead fled. They took the car off. The car they took off in was later found abandoned in Tennessee. U.S. Marshals received a tip that surveillance photos from an Evansville car wash showed a man who closely resembled Casey White.
Why would they be washing the car?
I have no idea. And why would they be looking for it? I mean,
you gotta look nice, man. Come
this week on
The Fugitive.
Casey White washes his car.
Well, sometimes it rains for a few days, then it's nice out.
But so they're looking for these escaped people. Are they have people looking at every single security camera at every single car wash across the country.
Maybe somebody spotted it. The guy's very unusual looking. He's 6'9", 300-plus pounds.
Vanderburgh County Sheriff Dave Wedding in Indiana said the pair led officers in pursuit on Monday when U.S. Marshals collided with them to try to end the pursuit. Vicky White's family and coworkers have been left stunned by her involvement, with Lauderdale County Sheriff Rick Singleton of Alabama saying, quote, "What in the world provoked her, prompted her to pull a stunt like this? I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever know."
That's sad.
It is sad. Love makes you do crazy things.
But who knows? Is that your theory on this?
Oh, absolutely.
She did cut her hair and dye it black.
Oh, there's no doubt she was in love with this man.
Kind of a Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah,
But
Bonnie
a
and
little
Clyde.
old enough to know better.
Yeah.
You're never old enough to know better.
What would you title the movie?
Here we go.
Do you have a suggestion?
I'm sure he does.
You got something in the quiver.
No, not really.
I can't wait.
Here we go.
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't?
No,
Sad and awful? How about that?
Kind of exciting.
God. Be sure to watch the second part of Sad and Awful tonight on Hulu.
I think the escape and being on the run, that part's kind of exciting.
Yeah, I guess.
You know what you could do? Why don't you try that? Dive in here with me, people.
If he went on the
Just
run.
try to be on the run. Change your name. Don't return calls.
There's no way.
They'd find him so fast that he's one of those profiler guys that he's probably at a Starbucks.
Yeah.
He's probably driving around not looking in front of him.
I would be at a car wash. I hate driving a dirty car. You know that.
You
I
know
go to
what?
the car wash every day.
You're like Oscar and Felix. When Felix said, "I'm going to kill myself. No one will ever find me." What do you mean? You use your credit card, the whole world lights up. It's the same thing for you.
Have you been watching a lot of The Odd Couple recently?
Every now and then, yeah.
Yes.
The movie, not the TV show.
The movie's great.
I don't care for the TV show.
A former sheriff's deputy in Arizona crashed as many as 11 weddings, not cars, and stole thousands of dollars worth of gifts from newly married couples, according to the Chandler Police Department.
Cool.
Mr. Landon Earl Rankin, 54, was arrested Thursday on suspicion of 2 counts of burglary in connection to thefts at 2 Phoenix area weddings last month.
You know, the something blue at your wedding isn't supposed to be a cop stealing all your stuff.
No.
They say this guy also caught, did you read the whole thing? He caught 9 wedding bouquets.
Oh,
how about that?
And he would sell them to desperate single women.
How much?
I want a fella.
You know that doesn't work.
I might be the only person in the world who knows what your reference is.
I know what you're referencing.
You do? You remember that?
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It worked for her, apparently.
Oh, did she find a fella?
Yeah.
Yeah, remember?
I was hoping.
I forget.
Oh, my God.
You actually heard somebody say that.
On this show.
Yeah, I think she might have been in the correctional facility business. I'm not sure where she might have ended up. Maybe Alabama, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she might have changed her name. And
Hey, changing the subject.
Okay.
Another body surfaced in Lake Mead. They've uncovered more human remains. The first corpse discovered, you'll recall, in a rusted barrel stuck in the mud of newly exposed shoreline. A second barrel turned up empty, but a few
Rusted barrel full of dead mafia guys. Rusted barrel.
I can't believe my eyes.
A few days later, a pair of paddleboarders spotted bones on a newly surfaced sandbar.
oh, them bones.
More than 9 miles from the barrels. The National Park Service has since confirmed them bones were human.
Wow.
Yes, there is an upside to this.
Yes.
What is it?
Well, they're thinking these are probably mob-related
Right?
hits, if you will. This may get the mafia to get on board to do something about climate change.
I don't know if I buy all that. You mean the lake in the desert is drying? Who'd have guessed it?
Oh, boy.
Wow, this is
Headlines: Hot in desert.
It would be funny to imagine some sort of environmental expert driving through the desert being like, where's all this water going? And they're driving past golf courses and fountains. And they're driving past air-conditioned
Now, Pat,
buildings.
The fountain at the Bellagio.
Don't you have a tribute to this?
My friend does.
Oh, who's that?
He came in for the show. Hey, Luigi.
Oh.
I love Luigi.
Somebody mentioned a mafia. How you doing?
It's good to see you.
Hey, Luigi, you got your girlfriend there with you?
Gina and I broke up. I'm dating her younger sister. Tina Statutory is here with me.
Tina Statutory.
Tina's going to hear me sing now.
Unfortunate last name.
That's her last name. I cannot change it.
Yeah.
No, of course not.
Younger sister.
Okay, I bring out my organ here. Here we go, my little accordion. There we go. They found a body in a barrel. Someone was in a peril and died. Hey, I didn't do it. I was at a home at the time. Right, Tina? All right, just a naughty yes. There you go. Don't blame it on the mafia. There's no such thing as the mob. Please don't take it personal. I'm just doing my job. Arrivederci, everybody.
And our best to Tina Statutory.
Yes, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Thank you very much.
Does she have any...
Say it, Josh. What were you going to say?
No, what are you going to say?
Younger sister?
What time is her graduation party?
Her college graduation, 22 years old.
I see.
Took her 5 years.
Nice save.
You're not fooling us, though.
So, coming up, give me the teaser, Christy.
Coming up, we have a late night shop break-in. We have a residence terrorized by clowns.
Oh,
We got to get to this lightning. This lightning
We have
story
the
is fascinating.
lightning story. We have real estate sex. We have bears trapped in a very special place near and dear to your heart.
Okay.
Well, all this is coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules, go to bobandtom.com/contest-rules. Or just scroll down to the bottom of the page and see contest rules. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Looking to buy a new car, but the looking part is getting old hat? Well, maybe you need to try shopping at Bob Bile Motors. Bob Bile Motors.
Hi. Just stop into Bob Bile Motors and I'll show you my Take a test drive and I'll also let you see my
That's Bob Bile Motors.
And hey guys, during Bob Bile's Celebration Bonanza Days, if you buy a car from Bob Bile Motors, I'll not only show you my and my I'll let you in the and after that, you're in the
Is that even possible? It is at Bob Bile Motors. Bob Bile Motors. Why the hell shop anywhere else?
Somebody get me a towel.
Due to pending litigation, Bob Bile Motors is suspending free hunt on Fridays. Hey, don't say we didn't warn you.
I'm warning you, don't do that.
There's laughter ahead.
I should be having a better time if this is a party.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Good morning, Mark Allison along with you on a Tuesday. It is May 10th, making our way through springtime. That's right. Jessica Hooker in the house as well. Hooker the cooker next hour. Going to find out what she's going to be making. Last week, hot dogs dipped in beer. Pretty simple, but oh, was it good. Josh loved it. Comedian Chad Daniels coming up as well. One of our favorites, ChadDaniels.com. By the way, he'll be in Bloomington, Indiana this Friday night at the Limestone Comedy Festival. Comedian Chad Daniels on the way. Again, I can't overstress enough. You got to stick around to the 9 o'clock hour. Chad Daniels, one of our favorites, and you'll see why later this morning, right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning, I'm Mark Allison with things you may have missed. Las Vegas being flooded with lore about organized crime after a second set of human remains emerged within a week from the depths of Lake Mead. The drought-stricken Colorado River Reservoir, just a 30-minute drive from the notoriously mob-founded Strip. Former Mayor Oscar Goodman represented mob figures as a lawyer. He said Monday there's no telling what they'll find in Lake Mead. 2 paddleboarders from Henderson found bones Saturday on a newly resurfaced sandbar. A week earlier, boaters spotted the decomposed body of a man in a rusted barrel, apparently wearing shoes from Kmart. A University of Nevada, Las Vegas history professor said he'd bet more bodies will be found as the lake level drops. Meanwhile, Buckingham Palace says Queen Elizabeth II will not attend the opening of Parliament Tuesday amid ongoing mobility issues. The palace said in a statement Monday the decision made in consultation with her doctors. 96-year-old monarch had reluctantly decided not to attend. Prince Charles will read her speech, which sets out the government's agenda for the coming parliamentary session. Prince William also will attend. Elizabeth had attended only a handful of public events in recent months, though she continues to hold virtual audiences regularly. That's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey man, it's Donnie Baker, and the fact remains there's nothing better than being a VIP. And I don't mean like his dudes on Pervert Rabbit Xanadu's. I'm talking about a Bob and Tom VIP. Best thing, you'll never miss another minute of the show. I swear to God, you can hear the show here in the morning, and then cause you're a Bob and Tom VIP, you'll get the podcast of the entire show, a 12-month library of podcasts, hundreds of Bob and Tom comedy tapes, and a 60-day video archive of the show. Bob and Tom VIP. You have to get it. It's state law.
Hi, this is comedian Tim Cavanaugh, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Norman, honey, what you doing? It's getting late.
I'm downstairs, honey. Just getting some cereal. Snookums.
Thank God he found it. I was getting desperate. I hope this works. You know, Judy tried it with Ted, and she said he's become insatiable.
Boy, will Snookums be in for a treat, because her hubby is chomping on the new cereal for men who are sexually dysfunctional. It's Nuttin Raisin, honey.
This sure is tasty. Honey, I'll be right up.
Nuttin Raisin Honey, the cereal that gets you up in the morning, or any time for that matter. Nuttin Raisin Honey. Ladies, he'll love the taste, and you'll love that filling feeling.
Oh, my God, Norman, where did you get that thing?
Nuttin Raisin Honey from Post. Who else? Nuttin Raisin Honey, coming to a store near you. Nuttin Raisin Honey, eat them from the bowl or right out of the box.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
But I can't stand the endorsements that come after that, because everybody's going to have their own shoe and selling shoes and telling these kids to buy shoes. Because honestly, I don't care what kind of shoe an athlete wears, and neither should you. My question is, what kind of shoe does a black surgeon or lawyer wear? What is Johnny Cochran wearing? That should be the commercial. When you can get a brother off a double homicide the whole world knows he's guilty of, that's a bad shoe.
Hey man, it's Donnie Baker.
Hey, Donnie.
Hey, I heard you guys talking about that man with 13 inches of pork.
Yeah, 13 and a half.
Crazy. You guys know Jamie Vickers? You know, drummer for Velvet Donger?
No.
He was uncut too, and he could hide just about anything.
Really? Did that affect the taste, Donnie?
Bob and Tom.
If you irradiate poop, it will be sterile, but it's still poop.
You can pick your morning radio show.
Later. Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Howdy.
Pat Godwin in the entertainment room.
Hey, chick.
Oh, there he is. Is that pale blue? Is that what that shirt
powder.
is?
That's a powder.
Powder blue. There's Josh Arnold at the sidekick chair.
Chick McGee, you old so-and-so.
You piece of... There's... Jess Hooker has joined us.
Hi.
Hi there. There's Ace Cosby. Howdy. He's at the Track Phone Hotline Hot Phone desk. There's Willie Griswold, who has a letter. We'll check back here in a second. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
Thank you very much. I think it's time for a palate cleanser, ladies and gentlemen.
Who's that sexy man with a deep voice? Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
A lot of people don't know this. Popeye is a huge Led Zeppelin fan.
Really?
Didn't know.
You know what Popeye's favorite Led Zeppelin song is?
No, what?
I left my love
All of my love.
Okay. If it hadn't been for Josh, I wouldn't know what song he'd been referring to.
No. I got it.
I don't know the names of Led Zeppelin songs. That's the problem.
Is that even the name of the song?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
called All My Love.
All My Love.
Usually there's
Popeye Loves Olive.
Yeah. Oh, no, I get the joke.
Yeah, Olive, Christy.
Our new feature.
She's very thin.
If we start doing this, hi, welcome back to What Were You Thinking? I'm Chick McGee, your new host here on the new show, and I'm kind of scared, but if we start talking to this guy, what were you thinking? He's going to be on every episode. It's Ace Cosby. Ace, simply, what were you thinking?
You see, Popeye loves olive.
Olive oil, you see.
Join us next time. Another edition of What Were You Thinking?
And crossword puzzle people know that olive oil spells her last name.
Oh, yes.
O-Y-L.
Isn't that something? Yeah.
And then was one of the horses in the Kentucky Derby named after a Led Zeppelin album?
Zoso.
Was that
I
same
thought,
spelling?
Yeah,
I can't remember.
Z-O-S-O, yeah.
Was it?
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Was it for?
I don't know if it was named after or what that refers to. All I know is an album, but probably
well,
some...
the Zeppelin gets into the same
but you know,
phony
it's,
black worship of Satan stuff we were talking about earlier.
Zoso's probably some unnamed castle in the Dark Knight of whatever.
Oh, it's got to be a Tolkien reference. Yeah.
R.R. Martin.
Please don't clarify.
Right.
We don't want to waste any more paper. I do want to say hello to our friends, the great band, the Black Moods. They are going to be doing the halftime festivities in Phoenix, I believe, tonight.
Yeah. Playoffs.
And they're of course famous on this show for many things, including the Smack Tom song, now featured with the Puppets. It's really a must-see.
Oh, the Puppets are amazing.
You got to check it out at the various Bob and Tom social media
and this
platforms.
song is really good, too. It needs to go on longer. I think they do it in concert now. I thought I heard a rumor about that.
Oh, really?
Josh Kennedy is the guitarist and lead singer of the band, and he has told me that they do get requests for this. I'll play a little snippet of it. Of course, our house band today, the Black Moods.
It's time now to smack Tom. He's been running his mouth again. He's been pissing us off again. Smack Tom. Smack Tom.
I'll handle the lyrics.
And we smack Tom.
You can see that with the puppets, the actual, as it happened, the puppets are dancing to it. It's fantastic.
That might be a band. Me and Josh, double vocals? I don't know, Tom.
It's
that might be a thing.
Go on tour?
Yeah. Tour in a cab.
In a bus?
Like
50
No, you gotta have a
cities,
bus.
50 days.
Two-dog night.
I think we go with Butt Buddies.
We are the original Butt Buddies.
That's
We
right.
appreciate a nice butt.
Because he and I both love butts on women. And,
Butt
so we're the
buddies.
Butt Buddies.
That's right.
All right.
Got this letter.
All right.
Well, that was lukewarm at best, Josh.
Well, you know, when the other people don't play along.
We'll work on the presentation.
No. I'm adding to it.
Okay.
I'm tagging it with this.
Chick talking to Chick about what were you thinking with that?
No. I'm going to tag it.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Your butt buddies.
Okay.
Well, on a business trip with my coworker, we'll call him Mr. L. Our company's preferred hotel was a rather unsavory neighborhood. In an unsavory neighborhood, we promptly decided to search for a better location. We found a place, walked up to the desk, asking if they had a room. The desk clerk looked at us. By the way, this is from a jet named Sean, and said, 2 queens? Without skipping a beat, I said, no, we're just friends.
All right. You definitely tagged it.
See, that's fun. Okay, Harvey Firestein would laugh at that joke.
Of course. It needs to be in a movie.
That's
fun. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much, Sean. We appreciate that.
Boy, that Harvey Firestein is a gay man.
Oh, he's
Oh, he's so great in Hairspray. What
He's
did you talk?
wonderful.
Anyway, what were we saying?
Wrong.
The Black Moods at halftime, round 2, game 5 tonight. Phoenix.
Series tied at 2 games apiece.
And this is a taste of the Black Moods. Hollywood. From
That's one of their new singles. Yeah.
Those guys are so great. And they're a three-piece in the tradition of the great, like Rush and Cream. It's
Hopefully
amazing.
they'll be in here again soon.
We'll get them in here soon.
Yeah.
They'll be hitting the road again.
Now, Christy doesn't mind seeing them.
No.
Hanging out with them.
Yes.
Yeah, so to speak.
Yeah, Josh Kennedy's like 6'4", 100 pounds, and
most of that is anaconda. Am I right?
take the words right out of my mouth.
Exactly.
He would
We
take-
have these pythons in our pants, and we just can't. You know.
And he wears those pants look like they're spray painted on.
Yeah.
Okay. And who wouldn't? I mean, if you're
if you had
Look like that, yeah.
If you could,
It's
who
got
would
like
you
a
want to
proper
look like?
plant
Dad?
early look.
Pardon me?
Who would you want to look like? What is your perfect look?
Oh, that's a good question. I'd have to give that some thought.
Yeah, if you could be a classic
most
rock
people in
star.
surveys, most men in surveys said they would like to be taller.
Huh.
But if you could look like one rock star, who
Like
would
a
it
build
be?
and everything.
Yeah, like and
Oh, I don't know. It has to be a rock star.
well, no, it doesn't have to be a rock star. I was trying to make you cool.
I'm sorry, but what's the name of the album that has all of our class pictures in it? Is it
Give me an F.
Is it give me? Okay, give me an F. There's a picture of you in New York, and you're
yeah.
just that. That to me is your. That was your dream day.
Is that the picture of me in the Fiat Sport Spider convertible?
No, you're standing up.
on the Hudson River.
I want to say you're out standing in front of Central Park, getting
You
ready
got your
to go
long
in or
blonde
something,
hair.
and you're leaning back. Oh yeah. And
No,
you know someone's your shoulder length hair.
Yeah, I made the mistake of having a beautiful car, the Fiat Sport Spider, a nice little thing. I had that in New York City my senior year of college. Terrible idea.
You know what they call you know why they call it a Fiat, right?
Yes, fix it again, Tony.
That's exactly right.
No, actually, mine was great. But they've come a long way.
Oh, they have. They are very
yeah,
cute
you don't want
cars.
to be driving around New York City. That's no fun. It's it's
Well, of course
really
not.
tough. Well, yeah, I was an idiot. Not that I'm not now, but I mean, I was a bigger idiot then.
All right. Okay.
But there is something about being in a convertible and driving down some of the main avenues in New York, and you kind of look up, and it's very
And
terrifying.
then you rear end the delivery van. Yeah. There's nothing like that.
My, how you've changed. You won't even get in a convertible now.
Oh, it's dangerous.
It's so dangerous.
It gets my bangs.
You know
in
what
my
happened? You know what happened to Jane Mansfield? It got her head.
Of course.
I'm going to be
Don't
rocking.
wear a
I'm going to be
scarf.
rocking a rag top here pretty soon. I'm just waiting for
Really?
waiting for the COVID shortages to get these things back out there. It's a long story.
Oh, I know what he's talking about.
We'll move on here. We have Christy Lee at the news desk, and I thought perhaps we could you do the lightning story?
got it right here.
This is all about safety.
Who
and this
knows
is,
you better
this is,
than me?
This is important.
Officials in Oklahoma are saying a lightning strike blew up a toilet inside an apartment building.
Yikes.
Firefighters with the Okmulgee Fire Department responded to the building after a bolt of lightning traveled through the exhaust vent and shattered a toilet in one of the units. Photos show pieces of the scorched toilet scattered on the bathroom floor as well as the blackened ceiling vent. Fortunately, no one was injured during the incident, but the toilet was severely
I mean,
damaged.
if you see this, you would have been toast.
The lightning also caused a
Or
small
poached, I guess. Sorry.
The lightning also caused a small fire in the attic, which crews put out. The National Weather Service and even the CDC advise against using the shower, the tub, or even washing dishes during an electrical storm, as lightning can travel through plumbing. In fact, the CDC says to avoid all water during a storm. I've heard this ever since I was a baby.
I did too. This was a big thing in our house.
Never
Something I hear every year, and I ignore it.
So you're not supposed to get in the shower?
No,
I never shower when it's
And I don't
lightning.
let my kids do it
No.
either.
Nobody's
Yeah.
Josh,
never done it.
If a guy had been sitting on that, he would have been incinerated.
But he wasn't in the shower, is what I'm saying.
Would have been the same
It would
thing.
have been the same thing if you were in the shower.
Lightning can't go through pipes and out your shower.
It can.
Yes, it can.
Now, Josh, hang on a second. Wait a minute. Hold on a second.
It went through a toilet.
Hold on a second. I just thought of something.
I think it would be harder to
Pat,
go through a
Pat,
toilet than a
Pat,
shower,
do you
and
have
it did a toilet.
The light, okay. You had a really. We had a tune about you a couple years ago. You bought some really fancy toilet seat.
Yeah.
And you've got it like squirts and stuff, and it's
It's bidet.
okay.
Yeah, there are, you know what, Tom? There are words for things. And the way that we communicate is like, if you're talking about something, instead of going, the thingy with the spout and the water.
Yeah, it's a toilet seat that squirts and cleans your sumptuous buns.
Bidet, it's a French word that means beehole fountain.
Don't you have a tribute to this?
Sniffing the tears, yeah. Josh is doing all right. Sold out shows on Saturday nights, making extra cash. So he did something nice for his ass. Toilet seats.
Yeah.
Toilet seat, yeah. This new seat's sweet. It even measures your heartbeat. Josh sat broken hearted. Came to, but only farted. Come on. Toilet seat. He's got a bidet under his toilet seat, yeah. A warm little splash. And you won't get a nasty butt rash. Plant your feet. Check your blood pressure on this toilet seat, yeah. The toilet seat. On the toilet, a pizza Josh eats. All right. His stool is red, I guess it's the beats. Yeah.
Our apologies to the great band Sniff and the Tears.
Yes.
Yeah, you're going to apologize to them, but not me for the eating the pizza on the toilet.
Oh.
Also, the phrasing, pizza Josh eats.
I guess there are people who look at that casually, right? That's not a big deal.
Eating on the
something
toilet?
while you're on the toilet.
Oh, boy.
Tom and I saw it one night at the bachelor
and
party.
Not
the
pizza.
person that you're talking about, I still cannot not picture doing that.
Only do it something in a container, like potato salad.
No,
I think this was peanut butter jelly. I think it was.
In any event, yeah, don't get in the shower.
No.
And don't get in the toilet during a
You
light.
can get in the shower. You just need to wear your. You just need to wear your sneakers, Christy. The rubber in there.
Yeah, or galoshes.
Everybody knows that.
Whatever happened to lightning rods? Everybody used to have those on their house back in
They're
the day.
very handy.
Yeah, they are.
Where'd they go?
I don't know.
They go in the roof and then they go down.
I know, you don't see them as much.
Well, they're out there. Now, when we come back,
That's right, driver's seat. It's in Boogie Nights when they're going to make a drug deal at what's his face's house.
We'll play a little bit of that when we come back. We also have.
Sorry to bother
We've got
everybody.
to update.
Jiminy Chris.
Thank you for apologizing.
All right, Chick, what were you thinking when you mentioned the Boogie Nights hunk? Well, they're my friends. I thought they'd jump right in. I don't know, but apparently they, as I suspected, they all just tolerate me. So back to you. Thanks a lot. Tom, your thoughts.
Wow, that took a turn.
Sorry?
What is that?
Evidently, we need to talk about HelloFresh. I'm sorry.
You don't want to go to the grocery store and spend an hour walking around trying to find, let's see, where's the firm tofu and the horseradish and the beets and what color are the... No, HelloFresh, they do the shopping for you. They deliver chef-crafted recipes featuring fresh food, fresh flavors, perfect for this time of year and any time of year. HelloFresh, the box comes to your house. It's got directions on big cards with pictures, so even if you're not a great chef, you can prepare food like one. And once again, they've done the shopping and they've done the measuring. Things like sweet heat shrimp tempura bowls, one-pan cheesy beef tortilla melts. They have stuff you can't even pronounce and you can make it yourself. Willie, what else you got?
One of my favorites, the chicken stir-fry tacos with tangy slaw, green pepper, sriracha mayo, and crispy onions. HelloFresh sends you 10 ingredients. You put them together in 4 easy steps. And in only 20 minutes, you have these delicious tacos from our friends at HelloFresh.
Get started today. They do a lot of the work here for you, especially that shopping. HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. Now, the code is BTShow16. That'll get you... It's part of a special package, 16 free meals and 3 free gifts. So it's BTShow16 at HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. By the way, I should point this out. They've got food of every variety. So if you're doing maybe a low-cal thing or a low-carb thing or just good old family-friendly comfort food, they've got it all. Over 50 recipes a week, breakfast, lunch, dinner. They've got it all. And it's very easy to switch it around, make sure that it works for you. BTShow16 is the code, HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. Coming up, what's the most popular baby name last year in the U.S. of A? We're going to find out. I'll give you a hint. Christy's very disappointed. A couple of her kids are there. And I'll tell you one of the names that dropped off the list, Karen. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. The Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Good morning. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. It is May 10th as we work our way through the morning. For everything Bob and Tom, check out bobandtom.com. All the latest highlights, news, information, plus links to our videos. There's Ace Cosby telling one of his jokes of the day. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room playing one of his songs with his guitar. Hey, look, everybody, it's John Denver. Also, the Bob and Tom Show puppets. I cannot understate, stress enough. You go to bobandtom.com and check out the Bob and Tom Show puppets and Smack Tom from the Black Moods. Oh, it's a lot of fun. Great song. It happened live in studio, and now the puppets are recreating the moment of Smack Tom. It's right there at bobandtom.com. Catch it before it's gone. The Bob and Tom Show puppets. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7 on a Tuesday.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Bob and Tom News Desk. A former Alabama jail official has died, and the murder suspect she is accused of helping escape from custody has been apprehended in Indiana. After more than a week on the run, the two fugitives were caught Monday in Evansville, Indiana, after U.S. Marshals pursued their vehicle, then crashed into it. Casey White surrendered. Vicky White shot herself, was taken to a hospital where she died later from her injuries. The namesake son of late dictator Ferdinand Marcos appears to have been elected Philippine president in an astonishing reversal of the 1986 People Power revolt that ousted his father. Marcos Jr. had more than 30.8 million votes in the unofficial results. His nearest challenger, Vice President Lenny Robredo, had 14.7 million, with most of the votes tabulated from Monday's election. And Andy Warhol's shot Sage Blue Marilyn has sold for a cool $195 million. That makes the iconic portrait of actress Marilyn Monroe the most expensive work by a U.S. artist ever auctioned. The 1964 silkscreen image shows Monroe in a vibrant close-up. I'm sure you've seen it. Christie's auction house in New York held the sale Monday, and the unknown buyer made the purchase as well on Monday. That's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Comedian Renee Hicks has joined us in the studio.
Morning, Renee.
Good morning.
Quite the sportswoman, I can
Oh,
tell
yes,
from your
yes, yes. And we were
conversation.
talking about the WNBA. I just want to know, like, will there be, like, feminine hygiene commercials, like, sponsoring it? Because I think those things got to go. They're just too damn nasty. I mean, they got to stop. They got to stop talking about women's genitalia. I mean, and these women talking about douche. We don't do that, men. We don't go to the beach talking about douche.
You don't?
You know? No, we don't. And see, I never want to see a black woman do that.
Mhm.
Because you know they would have her just acting crazy, just walking along going, oh, girl, I ain't seen you to... Damn, Shaniqua, is that you stinking like that, girl? Well, you need to douche your nasty ass. There's a whole family of seagulls following your nasty ass. Damn.
Hey, this is Frank Caliendo, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hello, Americans. It's that time of year again. You received your tax forms in the mail, and now it's time to settle up with the IRS. When it comes to tax preparation, well, listen to this.
Honey, we got our tax forms.
Are you going to try to do it yourself again this year?
I don't know. It's such a pain in the butt.
Taxes can be a pain in the butt. That's why you should let the specialists at Tax Preparation H Incorporated do your taxes for you. Tax Preparation H Incorporated relieves the pain often associated with filing your taxes. And Tax Preparation H Incorporated can reduce those piles of paperwork to one small form that you simply have to sign and file.
Did you go to Tax Preparation H Incorporated?
I sure did.
Do we owe much?
Yep. Oh, we really got reamed by the IRS. But I'll tell you, it doesn't hurt as much thanks to Tax Preparation H Incorporated.
Tax Preparation H Incorporated. We're just itching to do your return. Tax Preparation H Incorporated. Hey, and if you want, we'll even tell Uncle Sam to shove it up his...
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedian Diana Jordan is here with us. Now, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Since you've been here last, have you had any augmentation of any kind?
No.
Okay. It must be.
I'm wearing the Wonder Bra.
Is that, are you kidding?
No. I just showed it.
Impressive.
Yeah. They call it the Wonder Bra because when you take it off, the guy wonders where in the hell you're.
When grandfather dies, life will be strange. When grandfather dies, my whole world will change. When grandfather dies, I'll scream and I'll yell, 'cause I'll be rich as hell.
And then I figured I didn't need to write anymore.
Are the stars out tonight? I don't care if it's cloudy or bright, 'cause I'm blind.
Jeez. Hi, this is Nick Griffin, and you're listening.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Yes, I am.
There's Josh Arnold in the sidekick chair.
Hi.
Jess Hooker is here.
Hi.
Hooker the cooker. Going to have steaks today and potatoes. Is that correct?
No, we actually have nothing.
All right. Okay. We have nothing.
Oh, we'll get nothing like it.
Yep.
I like that. That's good, too. Hi, Ace.
Hi, Chick.
He's at the track phone hotline hot phone desk. Olive, my love.
That's funny.
There's Willie Griswold. That's funny. I'm Chick McGee.
Now the joke again.
Here's Tom. Yes, let's do it again.
Well, no, I think there's no reason to do the whole thing again. I mean,
Rewarding mediocrity.
Not a very creative. Popeye. Love Led Zeppelin.
Is that right?
You mean Popeye, the sailor man, loved Led Zeppelin?
You know what his favorite song is?
No.
What?
Olive My Love.
Olive my love.
Oh, that was a much better time.
Well, I was trying to do the impression first. Olive My Love.
I gotcha.
Yeah, that's dead on for Popeye.
I really nailed it.
I see why you made that choice.
I felt like he was right here in the room.
Never a fan.
What, again? Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Oh.
Donnie, how are you, sir?
Not too good after that.
True enough.
On top of it, I've heard everything now. This chick at work here is complaining about her baby not sleeping.
That could be rough.
Well, she says her kid will sleep for like 10 minutes at a time. Then he'll eat, blow out his diaper, and cry for hours. Chick, I think you got a twin. Hey, Tom, do you have any experience with babies?
Yeah, I've got a lot of experience with babies, Donnie.
That's right. I forgot you produce more tots than Orida. Anyway, when it comes to babies not sleeping, I have my hands full with little Wolfie. Just ask Christy. He'd cry. I tried everything. And I'd read him that book about the big dog. What's it called?
Clifford?
No, Cujo.
Oh, sure.
He's a little young.
He's like 5 or 6 for I'd ever give him a pet a dog regular. Anyways, this woman at work says she hired a sleep coach for her baby. What the hell? What does a sleep coach do? Because every coach I always had screamed at me when I screwed up. You know, not to mention my mom Phyllis, didn't have a regular job like most moms.
No.
So you try and nap them when they're blaring Sweet Cherry Pie at decibel 10. I swear to God. Oh, and spoiler alert. Yeah, no matter how hard she tried to help beat my colic, it was horrible. Even as a small fry, you can still get razor burn from pasties.
I didn't know that Mom Phyllis breastfed.
I didn't either.
A young Donnie.
Mom Phyllis is his stepmom, remember?
That makes it that much kinkier.
Wet nurse, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Early on stage.
Yikes.
Well, speaking of babies.
Social Security Administration's released its list for the most popular baby names in the United States for the year 2021.
All right.
Are you writing?
Yeah, I'd like to write these down.
All right. For the boys, the top 10, we're going to start with number 10.
Fart face.
No, Theodore.
Theodore.
Theodore. Oh,
Teddy. That's really unusual.
I like the name Theodore. I
think it's great.
Teddy is becoming quite popular.
Teddy ball game.
Number 9, Henry. Henry's back.
That's my new nephew's name.
Hank.
Aw.
Hank Bo.
Yeah.
Number 8, Lucas.
What happened, Lucas? I don't know why I think that, but I always do.
Number 7, Benjamin.
Benny the Ball. Yeah.
Number 6, William.
Hey, we're back, baby.
Liam.
No, you're Willie.
No, I'm William, okay?
On your birth certificate's William?
Yeah, yes, sir. And William finally replaced Trevor, so suck it, Trevor.
What's your middle name?
Number 5 is James.
Jimmy
Number
Jam.
4, Elijah. Isn't that awesome?
Elijah.
Number 3, Oliver.
Oliver
Love.
Eddie has an
Nice
Oliver.
callback. We're going to be doing a new feature called "What Were You Thinking?" with the callback.
There's nothing to ask there. It
Yeah,
was
that's
brilliant.
rock solid.
Yeah.
Top boy names for
Top boy name.
2021.
Who wants to guess?
Number
Who wants to
2
guess?
is Noah.
Okay.
Number 1 would be
Boy, I'm going to say
Leonard.
no.
Do we know anyone with that name?
Logan.
No.
Good,
I
good
don't.
guess.
Dylan.
That's a good guess.
That's
too.
a
It's
guess.
kind of already been in the list.
Oh, Luke?
No.
No?
Lucius. No, that would be.
It's kind of been on the list. He's right.
Liam.
Liam.
Oh.
Liam.
Huh. Yeah.
Liam is short for William.
No, you can't go the other way.
I tried to tell you to go to Liam.
No,
and you
that's
won't
for
listen
weird.
to your uncle.
That
I don't
is
know what
for
your problem.
weirdos.
All right,
Uncle
let's look
Chick.
at the girls, shall we?
Liam's a weirdo.
Yeah,
Number
Liam's-
10, Tommy Johnigan's kid, Harper.
Oh, yeah.
Number
You're
9.
all a bunch of hypocrites at Harper Valley PTA.
Number 9, Evelyn.
That's lovely. I like that.
Evie. Yeah. That's
Number 8, Mia. Number 7, Isabella. Number 6, Sophia. Number 5, Ava.
That's your two.
Yep. Number 4, Amelia.
Hard to find.
Yeah, sure is.
Where's the baby? I don't know.
That name was all washed up.
Number 3, Charlotte. Number
Charlie?
2,
That's a
Emma. Emma's always been up there. And number 1, guesses, anybody?
Tina.
Gertrude?
You get to say your joke again.
Bertha.
Millicent.
Oh,
Is it
Olivia.
Olivia.
Olivia, my love. Nothing.
Well,
Yep.
all right.
Olivia.
The administration also released the top 5 fastest rising names for boys and girls in 2021. This is kind of interesting. For boys, number 5, Loyal.
Loyal.
Wow. The hell is that?
A dumb name.
Hey, Loyal.
I wouldn't stick with that name if I were
Hey,
you.
it's 310. Time's wasted. Let's go. Get your beating.
Number 4, Ozzy.
Sabs. Sabs rule.
Ozzy.
Number 3, Coulter. We know a Coulter.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2,
Coulter always reminds me of the Old West.
Yeah, me
Gotta
too.
Go get some fresh
like
horses.
Wyatt.
Coulter.
Quiet and Coulter.
1883.
Although it's spelled,
Colter.
yeah.
How would you spell it?
Yeah, how would you spell Coulter?
With a U.
A
Give
lot of
Coulter
people-
Wall a listen. He's
C-O-U-L-T-E.
Oh, okay.
I have never seen that. Elam, number 2. E-L. Eliam.
Eliam?
Yeah.
Elam.
E-L-I-A-M.
I
Eliam.
like Elam better.
I like Elam a lot better.
Yeah, Elam is a lot better.
Name after Jack Elam.
Eliam is rising.
Yeah, Eliam is rising.
Number 1, Amiri. A-M-I-R-I.
I wouldn't recognize
There's
that.
no
Is that
way.
what is that?
I don't know. Top
Is that
5.
of ethnic
Really?
heritage?
I think my friend is a baby named Amiri.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that,
It's
is
pretty
that like,
cool.
is that
A
like
boy or a
some
girl?
Sanskrit
a
word
boy
that
name.
means?
Sounds like a girl name.
Yeah, I think
Let's not speculate.
Easy.
No, I'm asking.
Let's go to the ladies.
It could be either.
Yeah.
I bet Amiri has some meaning. Yes,
Yeah,
of
it's
course.
probably Sanskrit for a piece, except for those pricks or something. It's
Okay, number 4. Number 5.
By God, he
White devil.
shoehorned it in there anyway.
What the hell is wrong with
No, Amiri is. I just looked it up. It stands for Behead the White Devil.
How lovely.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Chick. Welcome back to What Were You Thinking? Today we have 2 guests. It's Tom and his buddy Josh.
Hey,
apparently,
Chick.
making fun of the name Amiri.
Amiri.
Not making fun of it.
No, it's fine.
Amiri had a little lamb which she slaughtered before they threw the virgin off the cliff.
So I'm going to ask either one of you can answer this.
Oh, we're both monsters.
What were you thinking?
Just playing around, having
Yeah, just,
You might want to look under your car when you leave.
I have no idea. Sanskrit was a guess. I don't know. So what are the up and coming girl names?
Number 5, Ember Lynn.
Stripper.
My daughter.
Oh, my God.
I mean, there's a porn, isn't there a famous porn star, Amber Lynn?
All right, welcome back to What Were You Thinking? Tom back on the show. Tom.
But this is Ember?
I have a great niece named Ember. E-M-B-E-R.
Oh, I bet she's a slut.
Where did she
She sounds hot.
Christy just cussed me
I
out.
know.
Where does she dance?
She least two.
Just a couple of pounds.
Always taking her diaper off.
Just a couple
Really
of
make this
threads.
Isn't it
awkward.
time for baby strippers?
To really make this awkward, what?
Nothing.
You two suck.
Number 4, Vida or Vida. I never know how to say V-I-D-A.
Well, Vida Blue was a famous pitcher.
But I've always heard Vita in the restaurant.
Yeah,
so-
I know a family that had a Vita.
Oh, yeah, Vida Las Vegas.
I hate
Yes, the Las Vegas.
Don't cry
and
for me.
also the Mita Vegemins.
Don't cry for me, little Avita.
The Vita Mita Vegemins.
Pat tried to get on the what where you're thinking.
Yeah, I almost made it.
Every joke.
Christy, is your great niece's name Ember or
Ember.
Am or E?
E-M-B-E-R. Ember.
She's hot.
That's a joke about a fire.
Yeah.
You suck.
She was kind of born during the big fire in California, so that does have something
Oh, is that
to do
why
with
they
it.
named her that?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Number 3, Angelique.
That's weird.
It's just
They
twisted.
were going to name her Only the Chimneys Left.
Yeah.
It was too long.
That's like, oh, well, she was born during the
Could we
plague.
talk about anything
call-
else seriously
we
and
call
off
her
the air? You're going to
typhoid.
understand
Look
why.
at
Okay.
my
Number
daughter
3,
Ashy Corpse.
Angelique.
You suck.
Angelique.
No, that sounds to me like either a perfume or a product from a makeup store.
Angelique.
Yes, it
Your
does.
skin looks great. Oh, I'm using Angelique.
Yeah.
And this is the one I've never even. Number 2, Renly.
Renly.
W-R-E-N-L-E-Y.
It sounds like the bad guy from an old public school in England.
Well, I think
I say, has anyone seen Remley since the incident?
they're putting Lee and Lynn on the end of everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Raya is number 1. R-A-Y-A.
Okay.
Some of the names that decreased in popularity from 2020 to 2021 include Jackson
Well, good.
and Carson for boys.
Yeah.
How do you spell them?
Jaxtyn and Karsyn.
Well, those are kind of made up. Though,
Yeah.
right?
Wild
Jackson.
All names are made up.
No, I mean, but they kind of mean never
And
mind.
Denise
Who
and
invited her in?
Now, I think your point, Chick, I think what he's trying to say is Jackson would traditionally be spelled Jackson.
Right.
I do know someone, a very fine comedian whose son is Jackson, Jaxon.
That's fine, but
That's
Jackson
okay.
is what gets me.
Jaxtyn.
That's made up.
Yeah.
And then
They're all made up. I think this is the point.
That is made up, chick.
for girls, it would be Denise and unsurprisingly Karen. So there you go.
Oh, Denise.
I'll bet next year there won't be a lot of Russian names on there.
Yeah, the Vlads and Igors. The Borises. You don't see a lot of them running around the place.
Putins.
Okay. That was interesting, wasn't it? That was a fun
I like the stuff about your great niece.
Dude.
Yeah, can we go back to
I hope she decks
There's
you.
so much
I hope she just
You
lays
are in
you
so
out.
much trouble.
You all are in so much trouble.
Well, you know what?
I shouldn't have brought it up. You're
No,
right.
you really
It's my
shouldn't have.
fault.
Was Hortense on there?
Hortense.
Isn't that a great name?
Let's bring back like Susan or Barbara or
I
Millicent?
love Susie. I like that name.
Susie.
Susie's a good name.
I really
With a Z,
like. I really
S-U-Z-I.
like the name Zeke
I like the name Zeke, but that sounds like a
because
dog's name.
Zeke from Cabin Creek.
I'm descended from an Ezekiel.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's time for you to have another one.
Of course you.
I'm due.
You're due.
You are due.
Don't have
Could have
another
a Zeke.
kid, Dad.
Oh, my Lord. Did you see that way he said I'm due? There's one in the chute right now.
Don't have another
We always
kid.
find
My
out at the end.
sperms, the Mark Spitz.
Here we go.
Oh, no.
You got another little brother, buddy.
There you go, Willie.
I don't have another kid.
I got to balance it out right now because I've got 3 boys and 4
No,
girls.
you don't have to
Yeah.
balance anything
That's
out.
the thing. I'm not an uncle. I'm a brother.
Yeah.
You just said, don't
that's
you?
right.
They're not
Yeah.
my nieces. They're my brothers.
Willie,
They're my sisters.
Sisters, thank you.
you leave
son.
your grandfather alone.
It's a good thing with all these kids, it's a good thing I started late.
Yeah, you don't have to put up with any of the real hard stuff. You'll be out of here.
I'm out of here.
I call it job security. Let him have all the babies he wants.
And speaking of being out of here and home.
Yeah, this is a
and
song
quiet.
I won't be hearing with there's too many of them. Yeah, here we go.
Damn it, do
Well,
not
your
say
dad's
that.
here.
Who's with me? Who wants to go and lock up the compound and pull the drapes and stay at your house for the rest of the day.
That's not
Well,
funny.
Dad, I
That's
graduated
where
today.
you need a good security system.
It's more flowers.
It's not funny.
That's why I tell you about Simply Safe,
I'm a
the
big fan.
do-it-yourself home security system, the design-it-yourself home security system. Here's a story about Terry.
Hi, Terry.
You know, Terry, she's with the family.
Oh, the dactyls?
Yes, the Terry, Mr. and Mrs. Dactyl. Terry,
You're still trying to work
I
this,
like
huh?
the dactyl. Terry was away for the weekend for her daughter's wedding. The morning of the big day, she got a call from Simply Safe's 24/7 professional monitoring system. They let her know, hey, there's water in the basement. What do you do, Terry? Well, she made arrangements to get the water turned off, but she wouldn't have known had it not been for
Simply Safe
and the water sensor. Because even an inch of water can cause thousands of dollars in damage. I can see you flipping the quill pen with the feather on the end of it out of the corner of my eye. It's very distracting. Simply Safe had detected the water just moments before, and this story has a happy ending. And Tom can tell you, a lot of times this story does not end happy.
Yeah, I have been sitting in this chair and had that exact thing happen and be alerted to water.
Yes,
By the way,
sir.
now I have a double sump pump. Just a little tip for everybody out there.
You can customize your perfect system for your home in just a few minutes at simplysafetom.com, and then the whole schmear arrives and you install it yourself with Simply Safe. Go today and claim your free indoor security camera, plus 20% off with interactive monitoring with Simply Safe. That's simplysafetom.com.
Thank you, Simply Safe. Coming up, we're going to revisit a story. I want to explain something to Josh.
Okay.
That's kind of important. Also, we have license plates again in the news, and you may be surprised to find out that this was rejected by the state of Florida, the license vanity plate, Mr. Poop. First of all, who would want that? I mean, what do you...
Yeah.
We'll find out.
I'm going to get Mr. Poop. Wait and see.
I'm getting for my wife, Mrs. Poop. She'll love it. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
More Bob and Tom next. Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com. Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Don't forget about Bob and Tom Tonight, the video webcast of highlights of today's show tonight. Perhaps you'll see a little Jess Hooker, maybe some Chad Daniels. That's right, highlights of today's show tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Bob and Tom's YouTube channel, our Facebook page, or check out bobandtom.com for more details. Jess Hooker and Chad Daniels on a Tuesday, and you right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. NBA playoffs last night. Al Horford and Jason Tatum each scored 30 and led the Celtics. Fourth quarter comeback, 116-108 win over the Bucks and Giannis in Milwaukee. Steph Curry converted 8 free throws over the final 45.7 seconds on the way to 32 points. Golden State fourth quarter comeback, 101-98 win against Memphis without Ja, and a 3-1 lead in the Western Conference semifinals. NHL last night, Pittsburgh beat the Rangers 7-2 and lead that series 3-1. Calgary beat Dallas 4-1. That one tied at 2 games apiece. Colorado eliminated Nashville 5-3 last night. That one 4-0. And in overtime, Florida 3-2 winners. They tie that series up at 2 games apiece. Major League Baseball yesterday, the Phillies blanked Seattle 9-0. American League winners, Baltimore, the Yankees, Oakland, Cleveland, and the Angels. And the National League winners, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Arizona, the Cubs, and San Francisco. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Hey, Shooter, it's Kenny Tarmac. Hey, we just landed. I'm an ORD, just got in from TPA through ATL. And hey, guess what else just landed? The Bob and Tom app. I know. Now, thanks to the Bob and Tom app, even if I have to go all the way from Foxtrot 20 down to Alpha 4, I can still listen live, see their videos, find an affiliate station, use the alarm, and even send a message. This is Kenny Tarmac signing off and reminding you, everything I touch turns to sold.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
His name is Apollo Johnson, and he's America's #1 astronaut. But he's also a well-endowed ladies' man. Monumental Pictures proudly presents Apollo 13 and a half.
Oh, Apollo, your rocket is so big.
Adult film star Dick Mahogany in his first starring role since Shaft's Lethal Weapon is astronaut Apollo Johnson. And when he's not orbiting the Earth, he's going around the world. Apollo Johnson. He's not just an astronaut. He's a charter member of the 100,000 Mile High Club. And believe me, there's nothing weightless about Apollo 13 and a half.
Oh, Apollo. Now I know why they call it the Johnson Space Center.
He's Apollo Johnson, and not even the shuttle can hold all of his cargo. Look at that load. Apollo 13 and a half from Monumental Pictures, rated PG-13 and a half.
Oh, boy.
Hey, this is Henry Phillips, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Well, what else would you be doing with your time?
I went to New York because at the time I was married, and, you know, you could work every night and stay home, and you try and work on the marriage. You know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You're married. It's not that I'm, like, bitter or anything. It's just I wish I could have rehearsed for living with someone that I was in love with.
Mm-hmm.
Different than even a regular roommate, because you move in, you're in love, and then the rules come out. Rules for the bathroom, the kitchen, the sweet and low. You know, it's like you get the feeling you don't get divorced because the thrill is gone. It's because you don't know how to stack the tapes right underneath the VCR. It's because you put the spoon in the fork slot of the silverware drawer after having been repeatedly warned. You know what I mean?
Daryl Hammond, disgruntled former husband, and New Yorker is our guest. You're a very well-dressed man. I can't notice
This is
that.
about $27. Part of my new line of men's clothing for divorce guys called That's Clean.
And Jesus said, take this bread and eat it. It is my body. And the disciples said, Jesus, we're all on low-carb diet. We appreciate you dying for our sins, but we're all trying to slim down a little bit. We want to look good in the painting.
Bob and Tom 24/7. It's not on air. It's online.
Bob and Tom.
5.
Christy Lee at the news desk. Hi.
Hi, Chick.
Stronger than dirt.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. There's Pat
Christie's
Godwin
B.O.
in the
is
performance
stronger
room.
than dirt.
What? I don't smell, do I?
I'm trying to get her mad about
not at
something
all.
else.
Okay.
Not like that one more.
This is like starting a bigger fire over here, so they forget about the one over
There's
here.
Josh.
There's no fire over
Don't mention fire.
Hi, Josh Arnold.
Hi, no, Christy took it out on me in the hallway. It's fine. All right.
Jess Hooker's here.
Hi.
She's cooks us breakfast.
Nope.
Starving.
There you go. Ace Cosby's at the track phone hotline hot phone desk.
Howdy.
There's Willie Griswold. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
He looks puffy.
I'm not your puffy.
Now, wait a second. Now, there's been a problem. Willie he just had an allergy test, and you're most allergic to, was it maple trees?
Maple trees and ash trees and dogs and cats. Those are the big ones.
And they have those little helicopters. What are they called?
They're called maple keys.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
And they're all over the place, so your face is all puffy, and you just
Your
telling
eyes
us.
were slits.
So, Christy, what did you write down on a piece of paper before you knew
Did I
this?
say this? This was like 3 hours.
It was, yeah.
I go, is Willie high?
She wrote it down and passed it to me, and I know Willie, and I know that he won't smoke it. He's not going to smoke before work or at work.
So then,
it doesn't work.
And so I actually looked at Christy and go, maybe.
And then at the break, I looked at Chick when Willie came back in the studio, and I go, how high is he?
So then
Willie.
I knew what was going on, sort of. So I said, conversationally, I tried to cover it. I said, hey, Willie, did you say there was maple trees outside? And then he went through the whole thing about how he took his allergy test. Okay.
I take 2 medications. One's for allergies. I did not take that one. I also didn't take another medication that helps kind of wake me up in the morning.
Oh, speed.
Methamphetamine.
It's not
cocaine.
Love the meth.
Oh, my God.
You need to borrow some of those.
So I didn't take those.
So you're allergic and tired.
I'm a little sleepy.
Okay.
I'm a little puffy.
Okay.
And it's just this perfect storm.
It was a perfect storm. It was
I didn't know people are passing notes about my puffiness.
Oh, this is like the fifth grade. This room.
And Christy really did. She was like amused. She wasn't. There was no judgment.
I thought it was cute.
Yeah, there was no judgment at all.
And then somebody wrote a letter saying, Chick mentioned the bear in the Charming commercial eating fish flakes for breakfast. It looks like the boss's son may have had gummy flakes for breakfast. Boy, he gets away with everything.
There you go.
Well done.
Thanks, Greg.
When you watch video of you today, you're going to be like, how high was it?
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah.
Because when I'm actually high, I don't look high because I kind of just change into that gear.
Yeah.
When allergy will kicks in, I look real stony. My eyes get low and the voice gets kind of
that's
gravelly.
exactly how you were this morning.
Who's the comedian? Who's the comedian that looks stoned all the time but isn't?
Jim Brewer.
Jim Brewer.
Yeah.
He's got that eye thing going. He always looks like he's just wasted.
Oh, okay. And he's not.
I think Pete Davidson has that to a degree also.
Yeah.
Doug Benson also looks high, but it's because he is high.
Yeah,
very, very
high. I like Doug. I'm a big fan. We were doing something earlier today, and Chris, did you have the story about the lightning strike? This is a public service thing. This apartment complex, was it in Oklahoma?
Yeah, in Oklahoma, they're saying a lightning strike blew up a toilet inside an apartment building. Firefighters responded to the building after a bolt of lightning traveled through the exhaust vent and shattered a toilet in one of the units. Photos show pieces of the scorched toilet scattered on the bathroom floor as well as the blackened ceiling vent.
And we had a request.
Oh.
We did?
Wait, you're talking about lightning. We had a little request for a little bit of Lou Christie.
Man, that's high.
I don't know how he does it.
Higher than Willie.
Nice call back.
That is high.
That's so high.
He must not have any balls.
And then,
or they're being squeezed in a vice.
There's something charming about that. I mean, in limited doses, I can take this.
Right, because the rest of that song, he's got kind of a gravelly sort of.
And either way he goes, I can't stop.
I love it.
Yeah, and he ramps up. Yeah.
I love that song.
That was a big hit.
Sure.
Yeah, the other thing going on was Josh is a lightning denier, among many other of his dumb ideas.
You don't get in the shower when it's lightning.
Never.
That's an old wives' tale.
No, it's not.
And,
the CDC says avoid all water during a storm. It can travel through your plumbing.
Well, if they said it, it must be.
I don't know how reliable they are.
The toilet is made out of porcelain, so obviously it can conduct the lightning.
No,
Obviously.
it comes up through the water.
It came down through the vent.
The
in
pipe.
this case.
My shower/tub is not porcelain. It's like hard plastic.
Yeah, well,
It gets through the
nevertheless,
water.
Ice.
First of all,
did
sounds-
I call him Ice?
sounds
You
lovely.
did. I kinda like it.
That is a cool name.
It is cool.
Hey, Ice, baby. Because of course, Ice, of course, is one of the principals of the Jets in West Side Story.
How did it get to that?
Why would you look at me like I would know that?
Oh, sorry.
No.
Yeah, and he sings "Cool" in the original.
Please shut up.
The point is, Ace. No, your metal thingies that you turn. What are the
And porcelain doesn't.
the faucet? Thank you. The faucet and the spout would be metal. You could still get electrocuted if you were lounging in your. Are you a bath guy?
Every now and then, but
Really?
shower.
Yeah, I don't see you lounging in a bathtub with a candle and a.
Oh, I see it.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I see it.
Do you turn music on?
Burned in my brain.
Absolutely.
You want to see that? Is that what?
I'd take a look.
Oh, a little up periscope.
A wise woman.
Oh,
Wise.
Black Hawk Down.
Here's an email.
Hoping he's up.
So, is this on topic?
It is. Hey, dumbasses, except Josh.
Oh my God.
All water pipes should be grounded into the ground, but not necessarily waste pipes. So Josh is technically correct.
What do you mean? So how did this
Okay,
toilet?
so it's more likely.
How did this toilet
So
explode?
you're more,
No, it's
because
more
the
likely
wastewater.
because the wastewater is more
It's
likely
not
to come through a
grounded.
toilet and it's not grounded. But
yeah,
your
that's
shower
what he
should be
said.
And
grounded.
Josh said he would sit in his fancy toilet in a thunderstorm.
No, I take showers in a thunderstorm. I find it relaxing.
Do you? Okay.
And when I'm outside and lightning is out, I just
And
hide
then
under the tallest tree I can find.
So we played a knockoff on this great song. This is the band Sniff and the Tears. See if you recognize this song.
Just take your place in the driver's seat. Driver's seat. Driver's seat. Yeah.
It's a great song.
Doing all right.
This is a great song. Whatever happened to these guys? Have
Driving on a Saturday night.
Nothing else, man.
and this is in what, Boogie Nights?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was also used in a commercial last year. Where it's like Cleopatra and all these people are running through the desert, and it was pretty well done.
Okay, but no,
Sounds like it.
Pat, you do
I'll murder.
your knockoff on that was in honor of Josh's bidet. Is that right?
Yeah, he's a fancy one, yeah.
Got that fancy toy.
Love my bidet.
Want us to do a little part of it for everybody?
Sure,
who missed
do
it?
the first verse.
Okay, and do the last verse, will you?
Do the whole song. Shut up, will ya? Just do it.
Just point to me.
Christ.
I wish I was high.
Josh is doing all right. Sold out shows on Saturday nights.
Thank you very much.
Making extra cash. So he did something nice for his ass. First chorus stop. Toilet seat. Does he go like that? Toilet seat. Go to the last verse there, not done? Toilet seat. On the toilet, a pizza Josh eats. Toilet seat. His stool is red, I guess it's the Beats toilet seat. Toilet seat.
So what is it? Am I eating pizza on a toilet, or are beets part of my diet? You can't go both.
No, the water's red from the beets.
I understand, but am
now,
I...
you wouldn't, obviously, no one's going to put beets on a pizza. That would ruin it.
You never had a pizza? Delicious.
Yeah, I bet somewhere they make those.
Yes, I'm sure.
They're
yeah.
probably pretty good. I imagine there's probably some
I got
vegan
to say
version.
something about that driver's seat song that came out. I am very surprised. 1978.
Oh, yeah.
It's held up really well.
It's back there.
It's terrific.
Yeah.
Oh,
And you wonder
I
what
had
has,
no
like,
idea.
is that all you had, fellas?
Kind of. Well, I mean, the only consistent member is the lead singer. They've had a lot of changes over the years. but-
Many dead.
Now,
We'll be right back.
We got lots of stuff coming up, including a visit with comedian Chad Daniels.
All right.
And,
Daniels?
And sexy real estate stuff. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Chime in with an email. Send to Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. More of the Bob and Tom Show next.
things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Yes, I have been doing lots of research, and now if you tell me who your favorite band is or what your favorite movie is or even what your favorite book is, I can tell you what you are saying about yourself.
Okay, Christy, can we start with you? Do you mind? Christy,
All right, favorite
My
band?
favorite movie.
Is it
no
Roadhouse, did
movie.
we say?
Not Roadhouse.
Okay,
That's the
not
movie
Roadhouse.
that you can't turn away from.
Favorite movie?
My favorite movie.
Yes.
Breakfast at Tiffany with
Oh,
Audrey
my
Hepburn.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, boy, that's going to be a really mean one for me to start out on. I can
Ooh.
tell you what you're saying about yourself is, I'm not nearly as cute as I think I am. That's what that says about you. It's awful.
Okay.
It's okay.
I'm sorry. I hate to start off on such a mean note.
I got you.
How about your favorite band, Christy?
Say Michael Bubble or
Can I
whatever.
say Maroon 5?
Sure,
Maroon
go ahead.
5?
Yeah.
Okay. If your favorite band is Maroon 5, what you're saying about yourself is, man, 10% off every purchase? This Gap credit card was the best decision ever.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Comedy, guests, Bob and Tom exclusives. And it's here on the internet. Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, you got a great chance to see some live comedy this weekend. Oh, sure, it's only Tuesday, but you got to plan for your weekend. As Greg Hahn says, Tuesday starts the weekend. Friday, May 13th at the Farm Bar and Grill in Charleston, West Virginia. You'll find Donnie Baker. Then Saturday night, May 14th, Donnie Baker at Silverado's in Black Mountain, North Carolina. Pat Godwin on the road this weekend as well. Saturday night, May 14th at Lebowski's in Washington, Iowa. Your chance, Iowa, to get out there and see our friend Pat Godwin. Check out patgodwin.com for more information. Willie Griswold at the Laugh Factory Friday night, May 13th in Chicago, Illinois. That's a big city. Hopefully he'll be wearing a bulletproof vest. And that Josh Arnold coming up Saturday, May 21st at Cacciatore's in Elion, New York. I probably mispronounced that. Send me an email and windbag me, I dare you. With Willie Griswold. Again, that's in another week, Saturday, May 21st. Josh Arnold, Cacciatore's. Is it Elion? Elion, New York. Willie Griswold. That, JoshArnold.com. Feel free to windbag me. Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. And you're welcome. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Bob and Tom Entertainment News Desk. The Edge joined Ukrainian band Anatila to perform in a subway station in Kiev Sunday. They performed a version of Stand By Me with the refrain, Stand By Ukraine. Bono said they were not expecting Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky to invite them to this extraordinary place, but he calls, we come, is what he said. The Indianapolis Colts owner Jim Irsay has bid $2 million for the guitar Kurt Cobain played in Nirvana's Smells Like Teen Spirit video. Here's the catch. Irsay already owns the guitar. He announced yesterday he's auctioning it off to benefit the Colts' mental health initiative, Kicking the Stigma. He put in the first bid. Julian's Auctions will sell the guitar during the weekend of May 20th in New York. The Cobain family is contributing other Nirvana artifacts to the auction to fund the Colts initiative. And Bob Dylan has a standing ovation to visit the new Bob Dylan Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Dylan's only involvement was to build a 16-foot metal sculpture that's in the entrance to the museum. He's declined to comment about the opening this past weekend. However, Elvis Costello, Patti Smith, and Mavis Staples did make appearances. Why is Bob Dylan's museum in Tulsa, you ask? Good question. Apparently, he sold his archives in 2016 to the George Kaiser Family Foundation, which is based in Tulsa, and they also run the Woody Guthrie Center there. Guthrie happened to be one of Dylan's heroes. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey, hi, this is Tom.
And this is Chick from the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Christy, what's the best way to get full access to the show?
Hey, what? You introduced me.
That would be to become a Bob and Tom VIP.
Very good. Now, Josh, what's a feature of Bob and Tom VIP?
Wait a minute.
Well, the live 5-camera video stream of the show, plus a podcast of the show and comedy from the Bob and Tom archives.
Excellent. Chick, what do you have to say for yourself?
Become a Bob and Tom VIP now. Just go to bobandtom.com/VIP.
See, that was worth the wait, wasn't it?
Hi, this is Rodney Carrington, and you are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
There are some things you don't want to say to a naked guy. There are things you never say when a man is nude.
I didn't mean to laugh.
There are some things you don't want to say to a naked guy.
Can you help me find it?
There are things
Does that thing come with an air pump?
I thought you said you had small pox.
Really? No, seriously. Really?
But your feet are so big.
Aw, that's cute.
Hang on, I'll get my tweezers.
Oh, it's like a little light switch.
For a second there, I thought you had a third nipple.
I didn't know they could be innies.
Well, this explains your big car.
You don't want to say to a naked guy.
Wow, your boobs are bigger than mine.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over the.
Tell them we said hi.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi, chick.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold, the sidekick chair.
Hi.
There's Jess Hooker at the cooker chair.
Hi.
There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
Manning the track phone hotline hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Ordering allergy pills.
Hi. He's high as a kite. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
I'm reading about these. They expect to find more bodies in Lake Mead.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
The mob was pretty
South side of Vegas.
busy back in the day.
They've already got one for sure that was in a canister, an oil drum or something.
Yes.
And they found some more bones the other day, but this literally says they expect to find more human remains, according to authorities.
Okay.
Is the lake low?
They think, the lake's super low. Yes, lower than it's ever been apparently
in 50 years.
They also turned the water off to it. You guys know that, also, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they turned the water off.
Is there there's a tap?
There's a tap.
Yes.
Tap to Lake Mead?
See,
They're
Josh,
sending
of
it to
course,
other places.
a climate change denier. Now, would you believe this? Well, let me put it this way. I think you're not looking at the bright side, which once again is the mafia is finally going to acknowledge climate change.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think that's a nice thing,
isn't it?
Has that been the holdup?
Who would have thought a lake in the desert would?
If the mafia don't get on board.
Yeah, leave the fossil fuel, take the cannoli will be the mafia's new line. But I have a letter here. I've got to find it here. Let me see if I can find this letter. Here we go. This was just sent to us. Dear Bob and Tom Show, I was washing dishes during a lightning and thunderstorm. I stepped back from the sink just as lightning hit the shop. It also hit the house, killed 8 head of cattle that were under a tree.
Oh, no.
I was very lucky I stepped back when I did.
Wow.
Hey, Josh, would you change your mind about this if Bigfoot said it was dangerous to take a shower during a lightning storm?
If Bigfoot came out and said, folks, I may very well change my mind.
Folks, this is Bigfoot.
By the way, I don't consider myself a climate change denier. I just don't care.
Okay, good.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
That's so much worse.
All right, thank you very much.
You're apathetically environmentally.
Christy Lee is at the news desk. Have we missed anything?
Oh, yeah. A pair of New York real estate agents were sued over a so-called sexcapade.
Once again, sexcapade does sound like they're doing it on ice.
Yeah, like
Sounds fun.
in a client's home. According to real estate news website, therealdeal.com, James and Laura Glenn put their 3-bedroom condo in the Hamptons on the market through the realtor known as Brown Harris Stevens. In a lawsuit filed last December, the couple claims the listing agents, Christopher Burnside and Aubrey Peel, used the guise of an open house to engage in a sexcapade in the home's primary bedroom. On the day an open house had been scheduled, security cameras captured Peel and a shirtless Burnside entering the bedroom and emerging 39 minutes later.
That's a good
39 minutes.
That's a good sesh.
That's a good sesh. Yeah, I agree. Lawsuit sought $100,000 in damages. The case was settled confidentially in February when all parties signed a non-disclosure agreement. The lawsuit claims Burnside confessed to using the bedroom for a sexual encounter and offered to continue the listing with zero commission. How nice of you.
So wait a minute. I'm sorry. So he wanted to keep the listing.
Sure he did. Never mind. He also allegedly offered to rent the condo personally to offset the defendant's financial damages.
When they had sex, would that have been in the? Hang on, let me think this through. In the commissionary position.
Not bad.
Feeling violated by the revelation, Laura Glenn refused to sleep in the bedroom. Oh,
I feel so violated.
And wants nothing to do with the property.
This has to happen all the time.
It happens all the time. They warn you about it in real estate school that there are people that have a fetish of meeting someone at an open house and doing it.
Yeah.
I was in real estate school. They never taught me that.
I don't know.
I just learned that last year.
Wow.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know who would have a fetish like that.
What kind of wacko, whatever.
That's stupid.
Now,
I want to show you the second bathroom.
I am not particularly well versed in the world of porno. But
porn.
I was speaking with Mr. Oskay from our staff, and he told me that there is an entire sort of I guess, sphere of porno that's all about real estate.
Wow.
Yes.
And it's.
We were looking some of them up.
Yeah, it's a fetish.
There's a
apparently.
site called Property Sex, and that's what it's
really?
about. It's like, hey, I really want to sell you this house. Like, what can I do to sweeten the deal? There's another one. 21st Sextory.
Are you serious?
Wow, that's a stretch.
I thought you were going to say Property Stepbrothers because they do a lot of that stuff too.
Dude, that would mix two popular genres.
Sure it would.
That would.
So you're saying that a couple will go to an open house, and then they'll try to.
Yes, that's a thing. And then
the realtor, him or herself, will try to.
Well, the other thing is that there's a list of people that will schedule, like they want to view the house, and it's just to try to have sex with the real estate agent.
So are there names on a list that you can consult?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, and you got to change your name every. I mean,
yeah.
I never had any of those problems. I did have the defecator guy. Remember that?
Oh my gosh.
In the open
He liked
house.
to poop at open houses?
Well, I don't know if he liked to, but he did at mine. I was not happy.
In the bathroom?
Well, yes.
Well, you got to try things out.
He had to go.
in the facility.
you let him
but
turn
he didn't flush.
Well, you let him turn the burners on in the stove in the kitchen, right?
Yeah.
If you don't flush, you're sending a message.
Yeah.
Take that.
It was right over here. It was my very first open house. I'll never forget. It was right over here by the station.
Right over here.
Now, so and I know you're not allowed to call it the master bedroom. I learned that a couple
They call
weeks
it the
ago.
primary bedroom.
Okay. There's a whole bunch of language you can't use anymore because you're offending people.
You mad about it?
Scenic view, right?
You seem irritated.
No, I just it's just hard to move forward. The one article goes, you can't use scenic view in case the buyer is blind. Okay, not everybody's blind. We have to be able to. Hey, there's a scenic view. I'm sorry you're blind. Maybe you can sit here and get the wafting of the ocean.
How about this? You go, this is the scenic view. I'm sorry. Are you blind? No, I'm not. Oh, well, even a blind guy can see this. Check it out. Don't you think? That'd be fun,
It's a shame.
right?
I like that one.
Is
too.
that fun?
That's good.
But this porno, real estate porno that's some funny to me. Do they wear like gold jackets and then
Well, he
rip them
just
off?
said.
I don't know about it. I mean, I've never.
The gold
It's not
jacket's
your
gone
thing?
away, by the way.
Oh, they don't do that?
No, they don't
That's
do
not
that.
the one thing you
Yeah,
missed
you've
on?
never watched.
There has to be a movie, Josh. There has to be a porno called Hardwood in the Bedroom. And it's not referencing, and yet it has wall-to-wall carpeting.
You know what? This may not be all. I'm sorry. 21 Sextory is not all about.
Real estate?
No.
Oh, there are other things happening here.
Good God.
Is 21 like an age thing?
Oh, my gosh, I'm sorry. I've got this on my phone, and poor Jess and Christy are on either side of me.
I can't see it.
Leaning in.
I can't see it.
Arnold's, he's
You
not
wouldn't have seen it if you hadn't been practically out of your chair.
I didn't see it. Residents of a town in the UK are not being terrorized by realtors. They're being terrorized by clowns.
Damn clowns.
Playing creepy music in the night.
That's horrifying.
According to the Echo, Langdon residents have seen the men dressed as clowns using a speaker on top of a van to play creepy music. One 30-year-old resident told the newspaper the clowns followed him in the middle of the night. The man said he was walking down a street when the four men began to chase him until he managed to get away. Counselor Alex Harrison, representative of the Lee Chapel North Ward, said the matter, quote, does sound really concerning.
Chick, a friend of mine.
And maybe something the police need to look into.
Once posited this to me, and I want to ask you.
All right.
Would you rather be chased by a clown,
right,
or paced by a clown?
Oh, jeez. Pace, I think.
You would?
Yeah, I think so.
It's just by your side, no matter how fast or slow you go.
The clown's right there. Yeah.
Clowns
I
are
think that'd
so
be
scary.
A fun after a while.
How would it be
I'm
fun?
going chased.
Try to get away?
Yeah.
All right, maybe so.
This whole thing's super. They have a speaker on top of a car and they're driving around. What?
It's not a car, it's a van. That makes it even creepier.
Oh, that is creepy.
There could be 100 of them in there.
Yeah.
Hey!
I say strange clowns in the neighborhood shoot on sight. Oh, it's too bad. He was going to a party, sorry.
Oh.
Didn't have his permit.
Okay.
How do they even sell vans anymore?
I don't.
Are you a creep? Are you a big
Are you a
weirdo?
creep or you want to be a creep? You want to be a better creep. How about a
Are you
brand new
tired of
van?
people seeing the children you've kidnapped?
Isn't it time for
There
a
are
new
people that need
van?
vans for their jobs.
Yeah, but do
Yeah,
they have to
kidnappers.
do they have to put "We have a puppy"? Should we have a puppy inside this van?
Yeah.
In big letters.
Our prices are a steal, and you can steal people.
Fire officials. One more quick story. Fire officials in California have rescued a bear that became trapped at Six Flags Magic Mountain. The Los Angeles County Fire Department said firefighters responded to the theme park after the bear found its way onto the back lot and got stuck between two trailers.
Aw.
They worked with multiple departments to rescue the bear several hours later, and he was relocated to a safe area by California Fishing Game.
I'd like to audition for the Country Jamboree. Disney fired me.
It's been in my dreams. I love this place.
A lot of talk
It
about
was really
representation.
magic. I got a nice tranquilizer dart in the face.
What a ride.
It's a new petting zoo for the kids. Coming up, we're going to talk with comedian Chad Daniels.
One of the finest.
We'll talk with Chad in a matter of moments. Right now, I want to tell you about something. Maybe you need a little gift. You get home, it's been a tough day, and there on your porch is that box, and it's from Bespoke Post, and it says, Box of Awesome. What's inside, Christy?
Because you're awesome, you could be covered with a box of awesome. They have all kinds of stuff. But to get started, you got to take the quiz at boxofawesome.com. Those answers will help you pick the right box of awesome just for you, like this month's selections.
Well, perhaps you would like the gadget as part of your box. This multi-tool comes from SOG.
This is amazing. This guy, it does everything.
Really?
Yes, it's a company with deep roots in the U.S. military whose products are regularly field-proven by U.S. Special Forces. How cool is that?
That is very cool.
I didn't even know it existed, and now I can't. I feel like I can't live without it.
Well, isn't that one of the greatest things about Box of Awesome? They use products that you wouldn't normally see because they go to small businesses and up-and-coming brands that they use. And
they send it to your home once a month.
Nice.
Have a nice day. Here's a gift. How do they know what you like? Well, you go to boxofawesome.com and take the quiz, and those answers will help them pick the right Box of Awesome, selected especially for you. They release new boxes each and every month, and they cost around $70, but of course, you only pay a fraction of that price. And with each Box of Awesome, you are supporting small businesses. 90% of everything comes in your Box of Awesome from a small up-and-coming brand. Get 20% off your first monthly box when you sign up at boxofawesome.com and enter the code Bob and Tom at checkout. That's boxofawesome.com, code Bob and Tom. 20% off your very first box.
Thank you, Chick McGee. Thank you, Christy Lee. We're going to come back and talk with comedian Chad Daniels. He's going to be part of the Limestone Comedy Festival coming up this weekend in Bloomington, Indiana. We'll talk to him in just a couple minutes. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Kostaki Economopoulos, and you are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
What up, Kostaki? Good morning. It's a Tuesday. Kostaki, of course, was with us last Friday talking about the NFL draft and the upcoming season, also the international games. Chick McGee had a heads up on the Monday night games. I guess they've released the first 2 weeks of the Monday night matchups, but Thursday night, I guess, is the big season reveal for the NFL, and perhaps we'll have Kostaki back again next week to catch up on the National Football League. Oh, sure, it's springtime, it's May, but you know, the NFL season never ends. So we'll cover that in sports and more coming up. Jess Hooker and Chad Daniels. Did I mention Chad Daniels? Don't go anywhere. Chad Daniels, right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning, I'm Mark Allison with things you may have missed. Las Vegas being flooded with lore about organized crime after a second set of human remains emerged within a week from the depths of Lake Mead. The drought-stricken Colorado River Reservoir, just a 30-minute drive from the notoriously mob-founded Strip. Former Mayor Oscar Goodman represented mob figures as a lawyer. He said Monday there's no telling what they'll find in Lake Mead. 2 paddleboarders from Henderson found bones Saturday on a newly resurfaced sandbar. A week earlier, boaters spotted the decomposed body of a man in a rusted barrel, apparently wearing shoes from Kmart. A University of Nevada, Las Vegas history professor said he'd bet more bodies will be found as the lake level drops. Meanwhile, Buckingham Palace says Queen Elizabeth II will not attend the opening of Parliament Tuesday amid ongoing mobility issues. The palace said in a statement Monday the decision made in consultation with her doctors. 96-year-old monarch had reluctantly decided not to attend. Prince Charles will read her speech, which sets out the government's agenda for the coming parliamentary session. Prince William also will attend. Elizabeth had attended only a handful of public events in recent months, though she continues to hold virtual audiences regularly. That's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Comedian John Campanera.
Vin Scully is funny because he's one of these announcers that loves to read lips. Wait a minute, here comes Tracy out of the dugout. He's in the umpire's face. It appears he wants to take the ump to Fuddruckers after the game. You know what makes me laugh is Skip Carey, Harry's son. He does the Atlanta Brave games.
Sure.
I listen to this guy when I can't sleep. Chipper Jones takes one on the outside, 3-1 on Chipper Jones. Don't forget all week long, we got the best of the Duke right here on TBS. John Wayne right here on TBS. There's a long fly ball. Looks like that's out of here.
I love that.
And you know, Harry's going, I can't believe that's my son. You know, Harry would get excited over the dumbest stuff. Hey! Check out the kid in the sombrero.
Hey, this is Tom. Coming up Wednesday morning in the Bob and Tom Show, we'll hang out with the very sexy Allie Breen with Sexy Time.
I just started dating a girl who's super loud in bed, especially when she gets drunk. Is there anything I can do?
Tell everyone you know.
Godwin doesn't care. He's in. As long as he's in there.
That's Wednesday morning in the Bob and Tom Show.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bees are stupid. Them are not stupid. They're stupid. Them are not stupid. They're stupid.
Essential Morning Radio.
They're stupid.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Tell us about Hawaii. I get very confused over there. I'm always trying to read signs, because all they have are vowels. You read signs, and some signs, they have an arrow that says E-I-E-I-O. Yeah, come on, where's that going to go? And Obviously, to a pineapple farm.
Yeah, what is that? And, I'm always trying to, I'm trying to impress. I was with this girl, and I'm trying to impress her about how much I know about Hawaii. This is my second time there, and I'm like, I go, oh, now look here. This is the ni I pu'u lo o-o-ke a-uti. And she said, that's lookout, you idiot. I'm like, I guess I'm a little used to read these signs around here.
I see.
Fascinating. They have two airports on the island of Maui, and one is called like Hiliwilipuli, and then they call the other one Wiliwilipali, and then I go to the wrong one, and I'm the idiot. It's supposed to be Hiliwilipuli, not Wiliwilipali. They're going to be an hour and a half apart. They shouldn't sound exactly the same. Not Hiliwilipuli, Wiliwilipali. Well, I have a theory, and I think everything in Hawaii was named by Mel Tillis in a hurry, is what happened. They just brought Mel over. Mel, what'd you call that? Okay, come on over here. Pie. Mel, what would you call that big, beautiful bird? Well, yeah, that's good. That's the
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Lord Coretta's a fine young comedian. Are you a health guy? You run, you look very slender. And
I'm not a big health guy, although I'm healthy. I just had a complete physical, and unfortunately I'm at that age where you get the real intense physical.
No, yeah.
I hope I'm not sharing too much, but the doctor actually stuck a camera in my rectum. It wasn't part of any procedure. He just suspected that his nurse was stealing from him.
You know you're too high when you're eating cereal naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on. You realize it's not your girlfriend. It's just a woman on a bus. That's how you know you're too high.
Hi, this is Bobcat Goldthwait, and you're...
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Howdy.
Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
Jess Hooker's here. Hi. There's Ace Cosby. Howdy. He's manning the track phone hotline, hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee at the sports desk, eagerly awaiting the appearance of my buddy Chad Daniels or Dad Chaniels. And here's Tom.
Well, thank you very much, Chick McGee.
You're welcome, sir.
And there we go. Wait a minute. There he is. We have Chad Daniels. Chad, where are you?
I am at my kitchen island.
All right.
Okay, is that a bed right behind you?
That is not a bed. It's a couch. It's a very comfortable couch.
Yeah, that's a good-looking couch.
Looks like it's...
hey, thank you.
Yeah.
You just wake up from that thing?
You are such a mean...
I did just wake up. There's no doubt about that.
I don't think he's sleeping on his couch. It's his own home.
Let's talk about...
That's how difficult he is to get along with. He's home by himself, and he's sleeping on his couch. He's just to get
You're
ready.
not sleeping in here, mister.
Just to prep the thing.
I said to myself...
You get out. No, you get out.
Chad Daniels is headlining the Limestone Comedy Festival in Bloomington, Indiana. What night do you perform, Chad?
I'm performing Friday the 13th.
Scary.
So nervous.
Now, let's just go down the line here. You are a
comedian,
a single man.
Yes, that is correct. I'm a single guy.
Okay.
What else? What else you got?
Tom, he's a Foo Fighters fan. He's got his Foo Fighters hat on.
Yes, and it has the flat brim.
Sort of. Not
well,
really.
Yeah. This was in my car. I had to go grab this in my car, and I threw a backpack on top of it. So I've been fighting with it all day.
Okay. Because I didn't know you were of the flat brim generation.
Oh, my God.
I'm certainly not. I'm of the paperboy cap,
Yes. And then
one of those, just getting my news from newspapers only.
Yeah, that's right.
Your name comes up periodically on the show, usually referencing bad tattoos.
Yeah, sure.
We had a story. We had a story a couple weeks ago about some people who were getting, believe it, it's already out of date. They were getting the Will Smith slapping Chris Rock as a tattoo.
Oh.
And then then that, of course, led to a discussion of comedian Chad Daniels and his tattoo. I believe the Philadelphia era, Eagle era. What is it again?
It's a Chester Cheetah with a Herschel Walker jersey when he played for the Philadelphia Eagles. Yes.
The beauty of that is you're never going to see another one.
No.
No, I don't think you will. I've a lot of generations now behind me. I went to a water park and there was a gal. I don't know. I'm going to say she was 15, and I was in my 40s, by the way. And she had to tell me when I could go down the slide. And she said, "Sir, is that a Chester Cheetah tattoo?" And then I just kind of looked at her and went, "See ya." I did not want to have a discussion with a 15-year-old about my horrible tattoo.
It'd be really cool if you got super famous. It would be great because then you'd have fans coming up to you that would have gotten the same tattoo. Like, "Hey, Chad, I'm a big fan. By the way, I've got the Chester Cheetah Herschel Walker tattoo, just like you do."
I see some people out there that have tattoos of their favorite comedian. Like I've seen a bunch of Tom Segura tattoos on calf muscles. I don't think I could be the most famous. I could step in front of a bullet for Tom Segura and no one would still get the tattoo that I have.
Okay. All right. Well,
probably
that's
true.
a shame. Now, once again, Chad Daniels is our guest. Chad will be headlining the Limestone Comedy Festival coming up this weekend, beginning Thursday evening in Bloomington, Indiana. Lots and lots and lots of comedians. And Chad will be the main guy on Friday evening. Are you keeping busy in the post-COVID world, traveling from town to town?
I am. I'm traveling around, making sure that all the tickets that were sold before this lockdown deal, I make good on those. And then when I'm not, I'm home. My daughter is a senior.
Wow.
Obviously, wow. I know, it's ridiculous. Wow. So if you've ever heard the story about the press conference, the little 4-year-old girl that didn't grab the concept of a magnet has a 3.98 GPA, and she is graduating high school.
All right.
And I don't know what to do with myself. So I just went to this thing, Dollars for Scholars, because she got this scholarship. And it was kind of the scholarship she got was in memoriam for this kid that had passed away. And like, it's an emotional day for me, right? I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, my daughter's going to school 1,774.3 miles away from my front door.
Wow.
And you know, this scholarship, I heard the story about the kid that passed, and like, I'm emotionally drained, and I can feel my eyes start to gather water. And then a table next to me, this woman starts crinkling her plastic bottle. And normally that makes me want to kill someone, but it was so great to have someone to hate in that moment. Because it took all the emotions I had and it made me just focus on hating this stupid clown that was like, click, 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 click. How do you not hear that? How do you not hear that you're crinkling a bottle when it's quiet, everyone else? So here's what I've decided to do. I'm going to hire someone to go with me to freshman orientation week. And anytime I start to, you know, feel all these emotions, I'm going to snap my finger and have them say something like, I only drink coffee from Central America. And then that way I can just hate them the most.
This is good strategy.
Like when I'm home, after I drop her off and I'm home and I realize I'm only have ingredients in my shopping cart for a meal for one, and I can feel these emotions coming on, I'm going to snap my finger and have the person in front of me pull out coupons and a checkbook. I really love the idea of hating someone to not be sad. And that's what I'm going to go with.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
Very strong.
Thank you.
Chad Daniels, father of two.
Yes, that's right.
Your
Another
son,
one.
how's your son doing?
He's doing great. He's kind of got his own life. You know, he has his own apartment. He's got this longtime girlfriend. They just moved in together. He has a full-time job. He's got 2 cats. So he's like a real person. He's a real adult person.
You're so lucky.
Now you got something to look up to.
Oh, I'll tell you what I did though. Listen to this. He asked me to watch his cats, and so I went over there. He was gone for a week, and I went over the first day, even though I knew the cats did not need anything. But I went over there and I used his bathroom, and I did not flush. I turned every single light and electronic on that he has, and I just left him on. And then I opened his freezer and left that open so everything would be thawed by the time he was back. It was pretty great.
Yes.
It was pretty wonderful. Yeah, absolutely. And then I didn't check on the cats for the rest of the week.
Pretty good.
Now, I see you're drinking. Is that Central American coffee?
You know, it's the only thing I drink.
So you will be a full-time so-called empty nester.
Oh.
Yeah, absolutely. Like full empty nest. This is it.
Are you going to continue to live where you live? Do you still live in? Don't you live in Fergus Falls, Minnesota?
I do. I live in Fergus Falls. So I think what I'm going to do is after she's going to go somewhere warm to school, and so after whatever Christmas break, I'm going to drive her back and then probably stay about 45 minutes to an hour away from her for January and February and the beginning of March, because it was 30 below zero here 42 days this winter.
Oh, man.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's too much. So I'm going to do that.
That's too cold. You know, there are warmer. Yeah, they're warmer. They're warmer places. Yeah, right?
Yes. Yeah, I'm going to chase her to college and probably... You know, who knows? Maybe I won't even come back after I bring her for freshman orientation. I have a feeling that I'll be like, okay, so Tuesday we move you in, Wednesday's freshman orientation, Thursday is meet your classmates, and then I'll just stay for the weekend. And then, you know, Sunday I'll probably start second guessing myself. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'll come check out some of your classes. And then, I don't know, maybe I'll just go to college with you. I don't know.
Oh, she'll love that.
Yeah,
Dad.
I'm sure she'd love that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We'll get an apartment together.
I don't understand. I think I must have done this parenting wrong, because all the other parents are like, going to be an empty nester, huh? It's going to be awesome. And I'm just like, I'm sure it is. I don't know what's happening.
Once again, Chad Daniels will be delightful on stage, of course. Coming up this Friday evening, it is Friday the 13th at the Limestone Comedy Festival in Bloomington. Thank you, Chad.
Thanks for having me. Good to see everybody.
Great seeing you, man.
Great show.
See you, buddy.
Text me when you get here, weirdo. All right.
You got it.
Christy Lee has remained at the news desk in spite
Of course I have. Where would I go?
I don't know.
A little sass coming from that ass.
Yeah. You just do the news.
I think it's well-deserved,
Is that
gentlemen.
a phrase?
I just made it up.
Really?
How about that? I'm a poet and don't realize it.
We had baby names in the news earlier. You want to go to license plates? Now I'm ignoring you.
Yes. I'll be blunt. You want to make a poem?
If you're a Floridian thinking of getting a vanity license plate, it might be best to avoid vulgarities. Records obtained by the Gainesville Sun show that over 1,000 personalized license plates submitted over the last 3 years, 790 were rejected.
Oh.
Among those rejected, you might need a pen.
All right.
Or the plates were UID space IOT.
IOT.
Oh, you
idiot.
Yeah.
Okay. What's wrong with that one?
Idiot's not nice.
Yeah. And then whoever they're talking about
inciting road rage.
might indeed be an idiot.
This one you don't need to spell out. Mr. Poop.
Mr. Poop.
Mr. Poop.
Mr. Poop is good. I like how it's simple yet eloquent.
This has to be someone who works for a honey wagon or
I don't
something,
know.
yeah.
I saw a vanity plate at dinner the other night in the parking lot that said shart.
Shart.
Spelled out.
Fart Man was rejected in Florida.
Poor Fart Man.
And OH
Yeah.
farts.
Oh, farts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's kind of cute, though.
Is it cute?
Farts, yeah.
Oh, old farts would be cute.
These are rejected in the state of Florida.
Right. Here are a few plates that did get the green light, though.
All right.
SXY space GRMA.
And what does that spell there, Tom?
Sexy grandma? You mean?
Yeah.
Sexy grandma.
Oh, yeah.
Lock them up.
I don't know why, but that works. Sexy time does not work. Sexy grandma, that works.
Sexy grandma.
Yeah.
McNasty made it.
All right.
See, that's not right.
Yeah.
Isn't that?
This next one I really don't get. It's kind of awful. MO space STIKY.
Mo Stanky.
STIKY?
Yeah.
So most sticky?
Most sticky.
Oh, there's no.
Well, I guess in Florida it's humid and sticky, but.
Mo Sticky.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I thought it was most stinky.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Is it supposed to become?
Maybe it's a weed guy, sticky icky.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that
What most sticky?
What is sticky icky exactly?
Sticky icky. I think it refers to sometimes with really good pot. When you're rolling it up, your fingers will get sticky,
kind of gummy,
because all like they're called like cannabinoids or terpenes.
Right.
Some weed nerd is going to get mad at me. What they're called.
Mo sticky. And this one got passed, which I'm really shocked.
Didn't you try to get Mo Dicky?
Mo Dicky?
Yeah.
It doesn't say that on my list, but I'm sure somebody probably did.
No, you.
Oh no, I
Because you wanted more of it.
No, I'm fine.
And you want to put a question mark? That was the problem.
Wow, you are really checking all the boxes, Josh.
Mo Dicky?
You are really. Okay, here's the last one. I space GOT space A space P.
I got a P.
Okay. They let that go? That's kind of vulgar.
I got a P.
Well, officer, you're probably wondering why you had to pull me over. Look at my license plate.
In a hurry.
Well, it is Florida. Those old guys got to pee all the time.
Yeah.
Probably a good place for
Where's the exit?
sexy grandma.
Sons of bitches.
I'm meeting a sexy grandma. I got to
Got to pee first.
So, Josh, if you were going to get a vanity plate, what would you get?
She's less sticky.
I've never thought of it.
What about Joke Man?
I
Is he
wouldn't.
so
No
funny?
way.
You're the
No
Joke
way.
Man.
Something
How about
anatomical.
The Joke Man.
Yeah.
Thorough and
You're the
generous.
Joke Man.
You get
Something
seven,
anatomical?
you get 7 spaces.
All right.
Low hangers.
Low
hangers.
H space
NGRC.
Oh, I'd get HVYNATS.
Heavy gnats.
Heavy
Okay.
gnats. That'd be cool.
I bet you could get that. I bet you could.
Heavy gnats. I'd love that. I'm starting a movement, Chick.
I don't know when. Oh, for 4 heavy gnats?
You know what? Maybe I would get the letter, the number 4.
Yeah.
DATASS.
Oh, they won't put ass on
For
there.
that ass.
Maybe you'd have to use Z.
For that ass.
Yeah.
That's even better.
That's better, yeah.
Maybe
numeral 4 DATAZ.
Yeah.
Or maybe A55. Maybe you get away with that.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, this is there's apparently going to be some kind of federal list coming out, and there's also
we had the story earlier in the week about Maine or last week.
But in California, hasn't a judge ruled that they can't prevent you from getting?
That's what it's a federal law or judge. So who knows?
Look for some very unsubtle and more or less humorless plates coming up.
I like the ones where you got to try to...
molester. Get it?
Molester. Get it?
Wow. I was going to go with the funny. I like the ones that you have to try to figure out what they're saying.
I do too.
I'm just saying they're going to be very unfortunate.
Sure, they will, yeah.
There are ones that are out there if that's the case. Coming up, we're going to have, of course, our history lesson.
Of course.
And you missed a really great story yesterday, Jess. I don't know if you heard of this guy in California. It was like a Hitchcock film. They got home and their house was literally full of birds.
Oh, and everybody's
too.
He scared me again.
Piece of crap.
Sorry. Right now, I want to talk about great food from our friends at HelloFresh. Oh, some great meals coming your way. How does it work? Well, HelloFresh does the shopping for you. And, of course, the food is all fresh. And they do all the measuring for you. You put it together, making great meals, high-end restaurant-quality meals. Every week, more than 50 meals to choose from, whatever kind of food you're into. It could be comfort food. It could be low-cal. It could be low-carb. Whatever's happening in your food lifestyle, shall we say. You can make things like sweet heat shrimp tempura bowls and more. Willie, what's the latest?
One of my favorites, the pork and black bean chili with spicy crema and Monterey Jack cheese. HelloFresh sends you 10 ingredients. You put them together in 6 easy steps, and in just over a half hour, you have this delicious chili from our friends at HelloFresh.
You want to get started today, and they've got their best offer ever at HelloFresh. You go to HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. Why the code? Well, the BT Show 16 invites you into a special program with 16 free meals and 3 free gifts. Find out what I'm talking about by checking it out online, HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. This is great for date night. Have a lot of fun, put these meals together. Some of them are very quick. They've got breakfast, they've got lunch, they've got dinner. Restaurant quality stuff. You'll be making stuff you can't even pronounce. At least that's been my experience. The code, BTShow16, HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. Tell the Bob and Tom Show sent you. When we come back, the enlightenment of the people will continue. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say? Send us an email, bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Comedian Jeff Rothpan here in the studio with us.
When I was a kid, all these other kids got to go to the Barnum and Bailey Circus, and I remember begging my dad, please, I want to go. All the other kids are going. He said, no, we just can't afford it. Tickets are expensive. He ended up taking us to this Bob Circus. It was actually called, no, this is true.
Bob Circus.
Yeah, and it was in a mall parking lot. And what a difference. I remember the guy yelling, and now huge midgets. What the hell is that? Oh, yeah, there was just one after another. The bearded man. I think they actually had the talking mute. Hi! Man, what the hell is this?
How does he do it?
He's amazing. He's a mute, yet he speaks.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead.
You guys want to grab lunch?
We can't go anymore.
Holy
That's
cow.
a good day's work, everybody. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, don't forget about Bob and Tom tonight, coming up at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, a video webcast of highlights from today's show tonight. I bet you'll see a little of that last segment with Chad Daniels. Coming up next, things we learned on the Bob and Tom Show, as well as a little bit of history on this May 10th. That's next with Tom Griswold and history and things we learned. Don't go anywhere. We're not done with you yet. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee from the Bob and Tom News Desk. A former Alabama jail official has died, and the murder suspect she is accused of helping escape from custody has been apprehended in Indiana. After more than a week on the run, the two fugitives were caught Monday in Evansville, Indiana, after U.S. Marshals pursued their vehicle, then crashed into it. Casey White surrendered. Vicky White shot herself, was taken to a hospital where she died later from her injuries. The namesake son of late dictator Ferdinand Marcos appears to have been elected Philippine president in an astonishing reversal of the 1986 People Power revolt that ousted his father. Marcos Jr. had more than 30.8 million votes in the unofficial results. His nearest challenger, Vice President Lenny Robredo, had 14.7 million, with most of the votes tabulated from Monday's election. And Andy Warhol's shot Sage Blue Marilyn has sold for a cool $195 million. That makes the iconic portrait of actress Marilyn Monroe the most expensive work by a U.S. artist ever auctioned. The 1964 silkscreen image shows Monroe in a vibrant close-up. I'm sure you've seen it. Christie's Auction House in New York held the sale Monday, and the unknown buyer made the purchase as well on Monday. That's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Reported that Gary and Patty Riedemeyer were returning from a trip when they discovered their Reading home was filled with birds.
Oh, well, everybody's heard about the birds.
Scared the hell out of me.
The fader way up.
Look at him laugh like a maniac.
Is there any way we can reel you in?
I've been waiting for 5 hours. 5 hours to pull the trigger on that one.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
It's Dan Greeter. Dan,
good morning.
Dan, how are you?
Good.
Dan, first off,
Nice. Yes.
You're from Cleveland, but you went to school
At Ohio State.
How'd that go?
Columbus. I loved it there. I'm a big football fan. I love college football. You know, we should have a college football team. I was in Boston a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was turning around, went down to Cambridge. You know, I was walking the Harvard campus there, you know, pretending. And, and it dawned on me, Harvard, they didn't put anybody good in football, do they, Harvard, huh? Ivy League, bunch of wimps. That Big Ten, you know, Pac-10's big business. You got the football program. You know, people may take a class or two.
Right.
You know, as Harvard, you get the school football game might break out on the weekend. I think if Harvard ever played like Ohio State in football, the play-by-play be something like, and Harvard's quarterback has dropped behind the line again for loss of 40. Harvard's man there, of course, is Chad Elmhurst. Chad is an academic All-American at Harvard, majored in physics with a minor in mathematics. And Bob, they tell me he's actually graduating a year early. Yeah, he's not going anywhere right now because he was flattened by Big Moose McCauley. Moose is a sixth-year redshirt freshman, majoring in scuba diving. And Bob, there's a nice shot in the stands of his wife and 5 kids. Yeah. He drives a Lexus.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of
curvy cleavage on display.
The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Don't touch those.
Sorry. The human drama of
curvy cleavage on display.
This is
The Bob and Tom Show. No shoes, no shirt, no talent.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
That's awful.
Awful entertaining.
Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi, everybody.
There's Pat Godwin. In the performance room, there's Josh Arnold at the sidekick chair.
Hey.
There's Jess Hooker.
Hi.
There's Ace Cosby. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Talking about these vanity plates. Jess Hooker, do you have a vanity plate?
I don't.
You could do like Cooker.
I could.
Probably someone already snagged that one.
Yeah.
Hooker, they probably wouldn't give you, even though it's your name.
Right. You've had trouble with jerseys before, haven't you?
Yeah, we can't get a jersey with our last name on it, except now we can because of Malik Hooker. And
there's another player.
He has a brother, yeah.
There was a guy named Fair Hooker.
Yep.
Yeah, there was Cleveland Browns.
Yep. Years ago.
Never looked at the clock. Always charged a good price.
Best prices in town.
Fair Hooker.
Best prices in town.
Once again, we had a straight. Florida, they refused to give the vanity plate. You idiot. And Mr. Poop, but they did give a Sexy Grandma, SXYGRMA.
There's nothing wrong with Mr. Poop.
I just silly.
That's silly as I have to pee or whatever that one was.
I pulled up behind a car and what does it matter where it was? And it said Hot Mama. And I pulled up next to it and I said, I guess she borrowed the car.
Ouch.
Didn't meet his standards of beauty, that woman.
She was painfully thin.
I would hate to be a woman in your presence.
No
My
joke.
goodness.
So sorry.
You're not attractive. God forbid.
Come out tomorrow morning. We'll have to get to this.
That'll be tomorrow, though. We can do it then. Time now for...
These are letters to Josh about how he's risking his life taking showers during thunderstorms.
Today in history, Tom.
I ain't afraid.
What do you got over there?
I haven't looked yet. What is today?
I haven't even looked yet.
May 10th.
Dickie and I used to shower in thunderstorms.
Damn right.
We didn't have running water.
The water seemed to be a little bit electronic. You know, it's like this is the.
Our shower was Mother Nature.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go outside, wave your arms in the air. Go ahead, God, bring it, is what I'd yell.
Let's see. 1503, Christopher Columbus discovers
one of the Caribbean islands.
Masturbation.
Copper. Is it copper?
I think on the way over.
Yeah.
Bauxite.
Cayman Islands.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
He never set foot in North America.
Nope.
Yeah, he told us that yesterday.
Yeah, San Salvador.
Did you know that?
What is this? Is this the... Have you gotten a hold of the Christopher Columbus Today in History by any chance? Because this is the second day in a row.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys ever been to the Cayman Islands? Just the funnest parties. Beautiful.
Best sound systems you've ever heard.
It's a blast.
The fellas are having a good time down there.
And the decorating.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, man.
The fellas rocking, Willie.
I
can't believe you.
couldn't get dressed without thinking for. 1752, Benjamin Franklin's kite flying experiment took place.
Supposedly.
Yeah, that's Ben Franklin, Ken Burns movie or whatever you call it on PBS. They're not sure if he actually did that or not. That might.
Oh, no kidding.
Really?
Yeah, that's the rumor I'm starting. Yeah, what do you think?
Do you know what this is, Willie? In 1868, do you know what the golden spike is?
Does that have to do with the
railroad?
William Jennings Bryan? No, it's the railroad tracks. Yeah.
Promontory Point.
I was thinking Cross the Gold.
Sounds like an award that Spike Lee would be giving every year.
And this year, the Golden Spike goes to
Spike Lee.
Spike Lee.
He gives an
big
award
fan of myself.
to himself every year.
Wow. Let's see. Happy birthday. Ooh, yeah, yikes.
Uh-oh.
John Wilkes Booth.
Yeah.
Great assassin. Pretty good actor, too, they say.
Yeah, apparently he was fine.
Yeah, okay, well.
Misunderstood hero.
No.
Isn't it Bono's birthday today? And I read that.
I can't wait.
It is, of course.
God, I hate
Congressman who skied into a tree, Sonny Bono.
Is it his birthday or not?
No.
Should have taken the sunglasses.
Paul Hewson, of course, is.
Oh, yeah.
Hewson.
Oh, my goodness.
Pat, can you do your real quick Bono impression for us?
I can get it done in 40.
Okay, good.
Bono can take any song, of course.
Yeah, he can.
Sure.
Very special. That's how pompous he is.
Yeah.
There was a farmer who had a dog. And Bingo was his name. Singing B. Oh, B-I. Yeah. This one's for all the dogs in shelters.
Yeah. All right.
Scooby-Doo.
Turn your mic on, you dope.
Time now for things
Doesn't
we
even know I'm
learned.
talking to him.
No, has no idea. Things we learned today. Christy's wearing a skort, which is half skirt, half shorts. Tom said it looked very sweet.
Yeah, that was weird.
Sweet little look.
Cute little look.
Sweet little look.
I am wearing my new linen sweater today. It goes from the beach to the cocktail party with ease.
It's a good look, too.
It is a good look.
Today was the first shorts day, as was Josh. We did not
Wearing my
plan
short
it.
pants.
And apparently we're kind of dressed exactly alike.
Well, we're going to get married.
That's exactly right. It's about time I tried that again. Hey, Christy saw Ladies on Stilts over the weekend at a charity event, and Tom, of course.
God, I love Stilts.
He loves
Stilts. I'm a big fan.
So, yeah, don't ever even think about hugging Chris Paul's family. As Tom said, evidently someone tried to hug Chris Paul's mom.
A mother
wife,
hugger.
A mother hugger. That's exactly.
Yeah, a stranger. You don't do that.
Exactly
no, you don't.
And then I asked Christy if she ever tried wigs on with her boyfriend.
Nope, I don't.
Yes, all the time.
I think it cool would be to get like foot-high stilts, put on long pants, and he comes to the door and he looks up to you. Whoa!
Oh,
What are you doing?
Oh, gosh. Is that one of your fantasies?
No, but I
I'll
think
be sure
it'd
and
be
tell
fun for him.
Kelly.
He'll like that.
Do you wear wigs with Kelly in the wedding?
No, I do not wear wigs.
Leaf Garrett or-
Maybe
Try
she'd
that.
like
Here
goes
Leaf
She's had it.
just an
She's had it.
Einstein wig.
She's had it with your sideburns.
Oh, please.
Oh, no, she likes the
Yeah,
sideburns.
maybe
She
like a
just-
big Elvis wig, like a big greasy pompadour.
Yeah, it'd be
Late
great.
50s Elvis.
A Bob Einstein wig?
Well, thank you very much.
I was a part of a comedy miracle that I retold today where I was walking down the street in Williamson, West Virginia with a friend of mine, and a gentleman came out of the appliance store holding a piece of washer in his hand, and my buddy looked at him and said, "There goes a real agitator." And
It's a gift from
God, and I, 40 years later, I remember it. We'll be back.
Thank you. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com. More Bob and Tom next. State law.